It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney. Line up early this Friday in store for giveaways all day. At 5 a.m., you could get a coupon up to $500 off. Keep shopping for a chance to win free diamonds at 1 p.m. and stay for one last giveaway at 5 p.m. One lucky winner gets their cart covered up to $500. Go to jcp.com to plan your best Black Friday ever. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Giveaways in-store only 11/24 while supplies last. One coupon per customer per event. Exclusions apply. Must be 18 or older. See store or jcp.com for details.
Sex toys gave Wilford Brimley diabetes. Today on Strikeout Beer.
Say that for 5P.
And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, episode number 271 of this absolute train wreck, your least favorite podcast. I'm Alan.
Hello, I'm Rapid Dave. It's like I'm just ready for it all to be
just ready to just end it all. This is just absurd.
Oh,
happy Drinksgiving. Thank you, Lizzie. Happy Wildflowers, guys. Go check them out. Drop her a follow. Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, shops on
TikTok,
Etsy. So if you want to
Etsy,
buy some cool,
go buy some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Tell her Strikeout Beer sent you, and she'll charge you double. So
put Strikeout Beer in the coupon code to pay twice as much. We need to have that thing to be a real thing. I think it'd be hilarious.
I mean, you could definitely make that happen, right?
Like coupon code, charge 50% more.
100% more.
Or 100%
Yeah,
more.
we're
double it up.
marking it up, man. We're making some sales. That's what we're doing.
This house ain't going to pay for itself.
Right.
I'll tell you that right now. Jesus Christ.
Look here, Rapid Dave ain't going to get to live the unemployed life unless Lizzie, she's selling a lot more shirts. So
Every
let's
day I think about it.
Yeah,
it's like maybe I can
do
be the
your
guy,
part.
You know,
do your part to help make a Rapid Dave unemployed bum.
I thought to
Buy
myself,
a sweatshirt.
I thought to myself, like, you know what? I can run to the store whenever she needs me to go to the store.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, I'll clean the house and all that kind of shit. It's like, yeah.
Right? I'll do the dishes. I'll clean the house. I'll do laundry. I'll fold it. I'll put it up. Whatever.
I do all that already. But yeah, no, I have to keep working while I do it. All right. Did you look this beer up?
No, we're not doing that one.
Oh.
We're starting off on a sad note.
Oh, God. Why do you want to bring it down 4 minutes in?
We're going to bring it on down. No, you don't want to?
I mean, you already said it. I mean, you're the boss, so, you know, whatever you want to do.
I just figured we had one of these. Let's get into it. You know, you guys, Rapid Dave talked about it Sunday.
Bootleg Arizona tea.
Stop doing that.
Oh. What? It's
just leave it on there.
No.
Gosh.
Didn't they change it up? That
You're
looks
an
awesome.
animal.
This is a double dry hopped hazy IPA. 7.5% alcohol by volume. Oh, boy.
Oh, it's only 7.5? Okay. Untappd says it's 8%. So this is a different version of it. But we've talked about it a couple times. Rapid Dave talked about it Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I talked about it during one of my Patreon videos.
What glass you want?
I'll take that one. It's closest to me.
All right.
But Brutal Beer Works is shutting down.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks.
It does.
It's
just one less place I got to go, though. So I got that going for me.
Which isn't nice. But they're shutting down. December 2nd's their last day. We'll actually be out there on December 2nd.
That's what I heard.
For the last day. Yeah, no, we're going to be there.
Look at this. What the hell's going on?
Marty's in that. Dang Doe Marty's in the house with the Dang Doe Roll Tide.
What's up, Marty?
But yeah, so they're going to be shutting down. Eric announced it this last weekend. Sucks. We have a lot of memories there just as a podcast and just as people have gone out there, right? You know, we were out there opening day. It was Father's Day. We went out there, had a great time. You going to save some for yourself?
I didn't even realize it. I was so hungover that day, too. I was like beyond hunger. I was like sweating bullets. Like, I don't know what happened the day before. Did I go golfing
It was
something,
Saturday.
There we go.
You went out drinking on a Saturday.
Sounds about right.
But Cosmic Slaughter was one of the first beers that we absolutely fell in love with out there. And then when we met Eric and Jason out there, and we had them on the podcast, or we actually went out there. That was our first actual live, on-location, remote.
Yeah, first time.
And we told them how much we love this beer. What are you doing?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I took a picture of it, and then it went to that. Sorry
okay.
About that. Yeah,
and
focus.
We told them how much we love this beer, and they both looked at us and go, it was awful on opening day. We're like, what? It was actually pretty damn good. We really enjoyed it. And they've had several iterations released since then, and we loved all of them.
Hey, Lizzie.
It just sucks to see them closing down.
It really does. And like you said, I talked about it on, and I was like, not to come back around to what I was talking about on Sunday, I felt like I was going to get emotional for a moment.
I got emotional after I saw it, and I saw it, and I walked out of the room, and Liz was right there, and she kind of looked at me. She goes, "What's wrong?" I go, "Brutal's shutting down." And she was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, she knew I needed a hug.
Yeah. I just didn't get it. And I mentioned this Sunday. I was like, these, when someone makes a post about they're going to close, right? Comments, reactions, views, it goes through the effing roof, right? But when they let you know that a new beer is dropping or they're doing a new pizza or they got like trivia night or something like that, it's like, 1% of people might react to it. And it's like, oh, you're sad now, but where the hell were you? I mean, yeah, you don't got to go out there every day. You don't have to do it, but you know what? If you're on there and you want to share the damn thing out. Like the damn post.
Share, you can't make it out there. Share, like you said, share a post, like a post.
Put the cheers in the comments.
Whatever. And I went by there Sunday. It was like I'm determined to, although I didn't get to go today because I left the house before they didn't open up till 4 today.
Yeah.
And I left the house before then. But tomorrow I'm going to go get a beer.
Okay.
Friday, I'm not going to tomorrow. They're not open on Thanksgiving. I tried to actually get them to open up Thanksgiving because I went by there Sunday
just
and
so
Eric
you
was
wouldn't
there.
Be going.
And
you're like, hey, open up on Thanksgiving. I mean, I got stuff to do, but
no. I'm like, I'll be out there Friday. I'll be out there Saturday, Sunday, and then next week Wednesday I won't leave before they open up. So I'm going to swing by there Wednesday before I come over here next week. Thursday, Friday, and then we'll be out there Saturday. What's up, guys? Got that swag today. Awesome stuff. Thanks. Hey, thank you, Jason. Hey, if you don't mind snapping a picture of the stuff and just tagging us on Facebook, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, you can put it in the group too if you want.
Dango Marty redeemed. Cheers. Take a drink.
I like drinking. We did man, that's overcarbonated. We did like 4 beer reviews, I think, before the show. 4. We did a Patreon and then 3 others. So those will be dropping here throughout the week. What was he pointing at?
Take a drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We just did it.
I don't keep Twitch open anymore. Yeah. Alan tells me when to do it. So, but yeah, no, I really do. I love it. It's just on the opposite side of town for me. But I even told you, I was like, man, if I live closer, I'd probably work there. I was like, it's really cool. They're really cool people.
I was actually, when I was talking to Eric on Sunday, I was like, man, I was waiting for the next time you guys are going to be hiring. I was going to look at doing something on the weekends out there, right? But like I went by there Sunday and Brian and Elisa were there and Elisa's brother were there. And like I walked in, they looked at me, they're like, Alan, like, I was like, dude, this sucks. They're like, yeah, we know. We all shared a drink and Eric was up there. He said he'll be up there again on Sunday by himself. He was up there all day by himself on Sunday. He'll be up there this next Sunday. I was like, well, I'll see you next Sunday. And, I got to talk to him for a while. And let them know, hey, we're going to come out on the 2nd. We'll be out there for the last day they're open. We'll do the podcast out there live, talk to them for a little bit, try and keep it together and not lose it, like, honestly.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a shit show for sure. I just want to say this, too, like, real quick. Alan kind of, like, real quick hit it. December 2nd, we're trying to get everybody we can out there. We want to drink every beer, float every keg. We want to we want to have some fun.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah. And we were asking anybody that's in the Metroplex that watches this show that can get out there, plan a trip or whatever. But yeah, December 2nd.
Jason, I know you said you've been out there. If you got nothing going on December 2nd, come and close down Brutal with us, brother.
Yep.
Come by for a little bit.
So,
but yeah, I got to talk to Eric for a while and just kind of, I told him, I was like, you're still going to be brewing like in your garage, right? He goes, yeah. I go, tell me when the driveway's open, brother.
Yep.
Because I'm there.
Yep.
Like, and the cool thing is, read comment further up.
I see the 2 turkeys. Where's the dressing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, we're the turkeys, and we have the dressing on with the Happy Drinksgiving. Does that work?
Yeah. I thought you read that. You didn't read it, huh?
I might have. I don't know. I probably missed it.
You're a big gloss over guy.
Well, I think we're in the middle of talking about something, but
big gloss over guy.
But yeah, I got to talk to him for a little bit, and like the other thing is, like Eric was like, he's like, talking about us coming out there and doing the podcast out there live, and he goes, hey, I would love to, kind of after everything's all said and done, join the podcast and just kind of talk about the aftermath and everything. I said, dude, I've told you that we've been telling you this since we met you. you have an open invitation to the podcast anytime you want to come on.
Yeah.
And he's like, can I come out to the studio? I go, yes, you can come out to the studio.
Yeah.
I go, we're in Carrollton.
Yep.
Come on out. You're anytime you want to come by. Hey, when you're done with this and you want to come by every Wednesday, come on by.
Yeah,
whatever, man.
Sitting around.
Yeah. We're just going to sit here and drink. If you want to drink with us, come on by. But yeah, so he's actually going to join us after the fact and just kind of talk about the whole experience, owning a brewery, the ups, the downs,
a little bit more candid.
Closing it, just a little bit more candid. He just wants to have a little bit of time to just kind of let it marinate for a minute, right?
Oh, yeah.
But then he's gonna join us, and we're looking forward to it. Nonsense and deep thoughts. What is going on? Looking forward to. We've kind of talked to them about having them on the podcast. Can't wait to do it, and we want to join them too on their podcast. So
just gotta hammer out the days.
Let's get those deets figured out and make it happen. But yeah, so December 2nd, come on out to North Richland Hills, guys. Brutal Beer Works. Let's do it. What's up, Corey?
Yeah, man. I just, it does suck. And it's just one of those things.
We've had so many things, and it's not even just like the stuff we've done for the podcast, right? But like the raising money for the Rutledge Foundation, brewing your least favorite beer, just that night when we had the beer release and everything that went with it.
Oh boy, that was a fun night.
It was an absolute fun night. It got emotional for a moment when we kind of took the mic for a minute and just kind of talked about why we were doing what we were doing and raising money for the Cancer Foundation and just everything that Lizzie went through and all that. You and Lizzie went through, right? Just all of that. Just getting to know the guys out there and just becoming friends with them, right? Like it's legit. They become friends of ours out there.
Right.
We love going out there. Even like the stuff with like my youngest, me and her, she loves the pizza out there. And like I told her, I was like, hey, Brutal's closing down. And she was upset. She was like, but they make really good pizza, Dad. I go, I understand that, but we'll go by there again before they close down. We'll get some pizza again. But I've had a lot of good times out there with my kiddo, at a brewery, and we'll be sitting there and it'll be a daddy-daughter night. I'm like, what do you want to do? She's like, can we go get pizza at Brutal? Yes, we can. The answer is always yes. But yeah, nonsense. Absolutely answer any time of the day. Also, I just put a video up that y'all need to check after the show.
All right.
Will do. But yeah, no, it just sucks. And then on top of that, it's just Eric is just a great guy out there. Eric and Sally, him and his wife, the owners of Brutal out there, they're great people, and they make it easy to support the brewery.
Yeah.
Right? There's some breweries where we like the beer, but like we've gotten to know like some of the owners and stuff there, and they make it hard to support them. And these people, they make it easy to support them. Not only do they brew great beer, but we've had a great time with them. They're awesome people, and it just sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but hey, I'm gonna be there. All their canned beers are $4 a pop right now. I'm gonna be buying a ton of it up before they close down, so that I have a nice little stockpile.
Yeah, we knocked out was it Cosmic Slaughter or whatever?
Yeah. We're drinking
that right
Slaughter.
now. Well, we've had the other one. I had your least favorite beer earlier or Sunday or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's knock this out and we can move on to the next. Or you don't want to move on?
No, I'm ready. Yeah. No, I mean, hey.
Cheers, Brutal.
Mazel, good things. Brutal. It's been a blast. An awesome 5 years. Thank you. Look forward to the next phase. It was funny when I was telling Eric about my kids' reaction.
Yeah.
He goes, when we told our kids, he goes, my daughter looked at me, he goes, Dad, you going to bring the pizza oven home?
Gonna bring that pizza oven home and bring it to the house? Yes.
Let's see here. Nonsense, which is Corey said, I did a beer tasting vid in your honor, guys, and I hope you decide to try what I shared.
Okay.
If we can get it here, we will definitely try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
we try to
whatever it is, we'll look at it after the show, and yeah, we got you.
Absolutely.
So what's next?
Some Clown Shoes beer. I was trying to find a Thanksgiving beer.
You said 100% we can get that beer. Cool.
I go up and down the aisles.
What's it called?
I go up and down the aisles all the time, just looking for a beer that might be related to Thanksgiving or something like that. You know, a planes, trains, and automobile themed beer, maybe a Dutch themed beer. And, you know, this time I got Clown Shoes Pecan Pie Porter. It's a porter with bourbon, vanilla, pecan pie flavors, and natural flavors. 8% alcohol by volume, sweet, toasty, brewed by Clown Shoes Beer, Boston, Massachusetts, and Windsor, Vermont.
16 IBUs. There's literally 0 words on Untappd for this one.
Sounds about right.
They got nothing there. It does have an average score of 3.63 out of 5 on Untappd out of 12,992 ratings. So,
okay. And we were trying to get our hands on a pecan porter or pecan pie, but apparently they're all sold out or frozen.
It's okay. We're the day before Thanksgiving.
Alan couldn't get his hands on one. Which is
I
weird.
could have got my hands on some, but they were all frozen. Still, because they've been selling them.
How long does it take to thaw out a pie?
Well, probably more than a couple hours.
I mean, shit, you got here at 5. We couldn't left it on the porch in the sunlight.
It wasn't. It's not like it was like 2 days ago where it was sunny and 72.
Well, come on, chop on. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I was reading stuff.
Quit reading so much.
Paul,
you dork.
Paul says smells like chocolate, but tastes just the pie. Very good. He gave it a 4.75.
Oh, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like,
Internet.com
I was like,
reviews.
what the hell are you talking about? I hadn't seen a Nissan GTR on a commercial in a while. Oh, there's fucking lame ass Captain whatever. What is
Captain
that noise?
Underpants?
Did you hear that?
It's your phone. Your volume's not turned down all the way.
No. There's some girl or something like that. I don't know.
I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing.
Cheers, mazel mazel, good things.
God. Cheers.
Look into my soul.
Nice. That's not my computer. That's not my phone.
Yeah, it is.
That's yours.
My phone?
No, it's your computer or something like that. I have
No.
mine on 1. You
Mine's
shouldn't be able to hear it.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Okay. Mine's on 0.
We always have people come by the house on Wednesdays. We've had marching bands. We've had choirs.
Dude, that was...
We've had... And the windows open at night. I was like, will y'all shut the hell up?
It was both. We had a marching band walk by and then a bunch of carolers.
That was the same night?
The same night.
I feel like...
It was the same damn night.
The same guy. Danny DeVito, man.
How many 45-centimeter actors are there? Speaking of, Danny DeVito threw 3 touchdowns this last week for the Giants.
Dude,
as they upset the
come.
Washington Commanders.
Here they come.
He also got sacked 9 times.
That line's terrible.
9.
Zicam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zicam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zicam in your local cold and flu aisle.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney, and we've got thousands of deals all week long. Spoil someone and save up to 75% on fine jewelry after an extra 40% off. Step into women's boots. All her faves are $19.99. Plus, stock up on Home Expressions bath towels, only $2.99 each. From holiday helpers to gift ideas, all the deals, all the fun, all in store. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Offers valid on select styles in store through 11/26. Exclusions apply. Black Friday deals excluded from coupons. See associate for details.
Times.
You know what they stopped doing was like handing off to Saquon. Like, you know what?
No.
Just go, bro.
So they just started throwing it to Saquon.
Yeah,
He had 2 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing.
He's the only guy that can catch the ball out there.
I mean,
football's like a one-man cold to Saquon Barkley.
Him or Wan'Dale Robinson.
He's the only one catching it. He's the only one
Who's
coming down with
it.
Yeah, shocking. That's the referee between these 2 dudes. I've seen this video before.
No, you didn't. Not this video. That's a different video. So what do you want to get into?
Nothing. I just want to sit here and drink.
Okay.
Can we not do like the old days where you just sit there and
we
just
are
chill?
Giants fans over here. We've been big sad lately. Surprised by this win, as you should be.
Yeah, it cost me $100. Yeah, it cost me $100.
Hashtag me too. I was tied for the lead this week.
Yeah,
tiebreakers got me.
Oof. Yeah,
but
it just with the Giants, it's like every time my wife's from New York, so she's a Giants fan, and it's like every single freaking week you're sitting there watching, like, you guys should be better. And now it's like with Daniel Jones out, it's like, shit, now they're playing a little bit better. Danny DeVito's slinging it a little bit. Their offensive line is
he's
terrible,
slinging it
though.
this week. I mean, last
Terrible.
week he wasn't slinging crap. 2 weeks ago.
You got to keep giving him time, though. You know what I mean? He's still a rookie, right? It's like his third NFL game. It's not like he's like, what's the damn guy's name? The guy that played for like Harvard or whatever.
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
He's not Fitzmagic, baby. You know what I mean?
Fitzmagic? No, obviously. There's only one Fitzmagic out there.
So,
the line has been an issue for a few years. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, last year it wasn't that much of an issue. You made the playoffs. You had a great year last year.
You don't have to hold back a 90-pound person. They're not doing any damage.
I mean, he's a champion. I don't know if you can see that or not, but he's a champion.
It says female twin wins or some shit like that.
means
female top wins.
I was thinking like he was the top in the female twin division.
Yeah.
He made the playoffs despite the line last year. I mean, hey.
That's what I'm saying.
The other guy looks like he's like cosplaying as Ryan Gosling.
Does that guy got a cup in? Do you wear a cup?
I mean,
in wrestling,
I've seen people get kicked in the junk.
God, but they're still
female tops are awesome. Oh wait, different convo. No, we could talk about that,
dude.
Go on.
I love like just like the good old days where you could just like spinners. Oh my God,
spinners. Yeah.
It's like everything back in like you're 19 or 20 years old.
These guys are stealing the Chippendale Rescue Rangers logo right there. That should be a C and a D with the lightning bolt, not an A and a C.
Oh, I didn't even recognize what was behind them. I didn't know that was what you were talking about. Yeah, so they're still the tips are.
This guy's always around someone who's crippled.
Wait, it's not crippled. He's just got a broken foot or something. That's a temporary thing. He's not like got a disability.
But then he's always hanging out with the guy with the neck brace in the wheelchair.
That guy's got a cane too. He's got a walking stick or something.
Yeah, there's a difference between a cane and a walking stick.
Yeah, who's got a cane? He's got a limp. So I don't know.
Nah. It's because of that championship belt around his waist.
They had allowed guns in wrestling.
He's got 2 championship belts. He's got one around his waist and one around his chest.
You know what I think?
Gut.
I think this will solve a lot of problems with wrestling if they're armed. Like, you just shoot one of them in the foot.
What are the problems?
Too much bullshit with chairs and stuff. When they pull out a chair, you just pull out a gun.
That's part of it.
No.
Hey, they pull out a chair, you pull out a barbed wire bat. That's a thing.
God. Like, I don't get these people. Like, do they not, like when they're done with doing all this stupid shit, they don't like sit there in like bed late at night and wake up at like 2:00 in the morning like, the fuck was I doing? Melton's in the house.
Melton! What's up, brother? Dude, I've had so many problems trying to find these Patron cigars.
Giant dildos. They're everywhere. They're at Total Wine.
I can't find them. I've looked for them.
They're in alphabetical order.
Searched.
No, they're right there every single time. There's a boxes of them sitting right there.
I ain't seen them. Ain't seen them yet.
Wait,
man.
do you know how to spell them?
Yeah. Patro with the apostrophe N.
I don't know, man. They're not hard to find.
I haven't found them yet.
Just go to the one in Plano. I was on my way to the Total Wine or the I don't know why I'm talking weird. A plane crash.
In Plano yesterday.
Yeah, it was right there. It had just come down next to Mom and Daughter's Diner, right there off of Hebron. And as I'm like, getting closer,
you like, excuse me, I need to get some pancakes?
I go, can you get the fuck out of the way? I need some beer for a low fucking volume podcast.
I got to be on this shitty podcast tomorrow, and I need some beer for
Lady, will you get out of my way?
If you don't get out of my way, 4 people are going to be disappointed, lady.
And maybe.
I'm one of them.
That's a loose fucking
And the other one's my other co-host.
Yeah.
So there's 2 random people who have nothing else.
Lizzie. So then we got like one person steady at all times watching the fucking
there's
show.
One guy.
Someone coming in and out fucking left and right.
There's this one guy up in Sheboygan. Was anybody in that plane in that car that plane hit? What I saw, I think the only person who died was the pilot of the airplane.
So over there,
from what I understand.
So over there, there's a small airstrip, right? And there's a small hangar over there. It's right off it's weird because it's like right in like a kind of a concentrated area, but there's just a little fucking airstrip there that people, it's like, you're talking like single engine planes, passenger, like maybe 1 to 2 passenger airplanes. It's nothing big, right? We have another one in Addison where you can get jets off at that place.
You got a bunch around here in the DFW area.
That one, I was like, every time I pull out of like where Home Depot is and whatnot, I'm like, man, I keep looking at those. I go, damn, I want a plane. It's like, I damn near bought one once. Like
a plane?
Well, there was like, because you can buy shares of planes. So like you and like 3 of the dudes, you go in equal money. And then you
pay have yourself a little 4-way action.
Yeah, 4-way action. A lot of
so it's like
a lot of sticks and knobs.
So
you know what I mean?
It's like a timeshare for an airplane.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's you and 3 other dudes, and it's like it was a Cessna. I can't remember the model, but it was like seriously like a 4-passenger plane. And I was like,
okay.
I just want to learn how to do it. And this is
don't let old school pilot it because he can't land.
Yeah, motherfucker.
The only time he landed the plane was when his stream crashed.
Well, he landed it.
Allegedly.
Well, no.
Nobody saw it because his stream crashed.
He lands every plane, but some of them are accidents and some of them actually work out.
He lands them all. They all hit the ground.
They all hit the ground. Yeah.
But only one landed where nobody died. The plane didn't get wrecked.
Yeah.
When his stream crashed. Yeah. His stream crashed.
But Lizzie won't let me get my pilot's license or whatever. She's like nervous about it or whatever.
To get it.
Well, no, she won't even let me go take my classes or anything. Kind of like she doesn't want me doing it, And I'm like, all right, I don't know. I think she's just scared or nervous about it. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but I'd like to be able to just to have it. My step grandfather, he has his pilot's license, right? And so he flies all over the effing place. He's like fucking, I don't know, 100 years old at this point, but he still got it. And he used to fly over. I remember he flew down to pick up my dad and stepmom once down in Charlotte or where they picked him up, like, oh, let's go up to blah, blah, blah for dinner. And it's like just as casual as that. They go, and my dad was like, you know what? It was choppy getting up there.
He's kind of like
he's like, I'm driving back.
Kind of like Superman or the Flash in the comics when they're sitting there like Superman's talking to Lois Lane. He's like, what do you want for dinner tonight? She's like, pizza's like, all right, I'll be back. And he flies over to Italy real quick and brings home a pizza. She's like, oh, where's this from? Oh, it's from Italy. Yeah.
Should have just flown her with her. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't think anybody, other than the pilot, I believe. But yeah, no, it damn near hit a building, so I don't know.
From what I saw was the pilot. The pilot died in that. And I didn't. That was the story I saw was the pilot was the one who died. Now I'm sure other people got hurt in that, but yeah,
it was fiery. You can see the crazy shit, and of course there's cars all over the place, and the cops had blocked every single entrance, exit of the big ass parking lot that it was in.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was pushed almost right up next to a building, and like. We went and got beers and then went over and got some couple drinks. We're hanging out at Buffalo Wild Wings. And on our way back through, and Liz was like, it's still out there. They hadn't pulled it off there. I'm like,
it's going to take a while.
I guess you have to investigate some things, but it's like, Jesus,
Investigate. I mean, it happens, and you're probably not pulling the plane out there till like the next day, like depending on when it happens. Which just happened a little bit later in the day, so it was probably the next day before they started to pull that stuff away. Because again, they got to do the investigation. They got to figure out what happened.
It was like 7.
You got to find the black box, all that fun stuff.
I don't even know if these planes have black boxes.
I think they all do.
They're small planes.
I think all planes have to have a black box. I think
it's not like
science.
He drove it into a building, but yeah, no, it looks like he skipped.
No, we didn't drive it. He flew it.
I don't think he flew it into a building either. It looked like he skipped the fucking.
I don't think he tried.
It's really like seriously like 6 lanes. Yeah, 3 on one and 3 on the other, and then that's where he crashed from the strip. All right. So obviously he was landing. I don't think he was taking off. I don't think you take off on that side. You take off on the other fucking side. So yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. But yeah, no, I want to have a pilot's license. I wanted to fly an airplane and shit like that, and it's like it'd be kind of fun.
What we got here? Nonsense says, if everyone watching is enjoying the show, be sure to like and share the show. It's the best way to support them.
Oh, there you go.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nonsense.
These fucking idiots.
They're just, dude.
It's been 45 minutes of them like just.
Here's the thing. It has not. Okay, we haven't even been live for 45 minutes, so that's a lot.
Get somebody a gun.
Samoa Joe going on. Cheers, I got you. We appreciate it.
Get somebody a gun.
Cheers. Hey, cheers.
There you go.
You drinking anything tonight, Corey?
It is Drinksgiving.
It is Drinksgiving.
Yeah. And these nights usually get out of hand.
But like last year got out of hand.
Oop.
Last year definitely got out of hand. I took an Uber over and Uber back and all that last year. Have you guys had an Iron City beer?
Never heard of it, but she sounds hideous.
I don't know.
Jesus.
He's looking it up right now.
It's Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Brewing Company?
I don't think so.
Weird.
I don't think we have. But you're talking about like these wrestlers and they're like, oh.
Got a cool sweater though.
I'm sure they're like laying in their bed thinking like, oh, what the hell am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
As they're laying on their bed filled with a shit ton of cash because these guys make a ton of money.
You think so?
Oh yes, these guys wearing multiple championship belts and things like that. Like Samoa Joe. I mean, come on, Samoa Joe was.
Hold on, I'm going to look this shit up.
Okay, so MJF is on there right now. Look up
CM Punk AEW $24 to $56 an hour. Why would it be per hour?
It's just so let's just Google.
This is fucking stupid. I don't know. Why don't you just ask me? Apparently, I'm the Google expert, right? Don't I know everything? AD made about $100 million in revenue during 2020. No one cares. I'm saying, what's the wrestler salary?
So MJF,
Who the hell's that?
that guy right there with the scarf.
Was the scarf and not the towel? I don't know. I can't tell
He's
these
got
squats.
a scarf. Samoa Joe is the one with the towel.
Yeah. Sit down, Sparky. This doesn't concern you. It's just so dumb. Iron City Beer, never had it. It's a lager. It's what I'm looking at right now. Can we get our hands on it? Man, it's $7.48 for a 6-pack. Jesus, where's beer so cheap? Because it ain't cheap down here. Breaking 50 years. Gee whiz. Feels like the first time. Are you still here?
His estimated net worth is around $1 million.
Estimated net worth?
Yeah.
Well, how much does he make? I don't care about net worth. He could have been fucking stuffing money away for 10 years and make that and be net worth $1 million.
Well, I mean, it would be the stuff that's out there in the public, though. So all the shady drug deals he does in the alleys,
Yeah.
it's not part of that net worth. Jason, is that a local beer or can I find it in the Northeast?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Beer. Nonsense said, continuing my drink for my video, I'll tell you before you watch it, Yingling's Hershey's Porter with a splash of sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. Okay, so think Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. So a couple of years ago, when that Yingling's Hershey chocolate first came out,
That's how far ahead we are.
we were told it was awesome. It with peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah.
It was like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And this was at a time when we couldn't get it here.
Mm-hmm.
It still wasn't distributed down here in Texas. So we had a buddy who lived up in the New York area that mailed us a 6-pack.
Yeah.
And we had it with Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey was our whiskey of choice. And yes, 1,000,000% it tastes like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Because, I did it with Screwball. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Rad Brad is in the house. Rad Brad, we need you to come on to discuss the aftermath of what's going on with the Bengals.
Man, I've only found it up in Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it right now. I was like, it's going to be up there in Pittsburgh. You know, I've got some buddies that can just get beers from all over.
Next week? You want Rad Brad on next week?
I'll see. I don't care. What's next week?
Wednesday.
I swear, it's like sitting next to a sack of hammers. That's less worth.
Yeah. Next week works, Rad Brad. Let's have you on. Jason Good, I'm in Northeast Pennsylvania. So you should be able to find that in, I would assume in the Pittsburgh beer you'd be able to find in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, why not?
Northeast,
right? Yeah. Well, who's the one that asked about it? Oh, okay.
Nonsense,
Jason asked about it. And then, of course, Nonsense can get it.
Oh, Brad's going to be at the Bengals game on Sunday.
Nice.
So he could break down start number 1 of Jake Browning this season.
Let's see. Who are they playing this week? I don't even know.
I don't know. Who they playing, right, Brad?
Steelers. Yeah.
Oh, so you're playing an awful team.
They're not bad. They got a winning record. They're not bad.
Somehow.
Yeah.
They just fired Matt Canada.
Good.
Because their offense is awful.
Like, we got to win. Matt Canada was excited or whatever, and the kicker was like, Boswell was like, it ain't because of you. You know.
Well, you have Najee Harris. They're sitting there asking Najee Harris. It's like, I'm not saying everyone knows what plays we're running, but everybody knows what plays we're running.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and of course he got benched, or he's a second stringer now. So,
yeah, because
he's a little bitter.
I was telling you that before the season started. Jalen Warren was going to take over for him. Just last year showed me Jalen Warren was better. So
there you go.
He's gone out there and showed it. So, but yeah, freaking A, man.
Was Jalen Warren like line up as like a tight end and stuff like that, like last year, year
No,
before?
that's a different guy.
What was his name? Because I remember with like him, he'd be a running back.
He was listed as a running back and a tight end.
Yeah.
And the running back got hurt. It was James Conner was a running back, and Conner got hurt.
Yeah.
And so you would play him as your tight end, but he was a starting running back. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Jason Denson, Stars game should be a good one tonight. Go Stars. I think they're playing Vegas.
Let's go Stars.
I think they're playing Vegas tonight. It's a late start, too.
So Benny Snell?
Benny Snell. That's it.
Or Jalen Samuels, one of the two.
No, Benny Snell, I think, is the guy that it was. Yeah. So I would start him at tight end. And Here's your starting running back.
We can't watch any of the local games because you got to have, was it Bally's, whatever.
Unless it's an ESPN game.
Yeah, which we'll know here shortly.
I mean, it's a late game.
We'll be able to fire it up. Lee Knox is just snuck in here. He's just
Knox just sitting there,
he just snuck in. His comment's coming because he always talks to us. He's a man of the people.
Yeah. Great lead. We need to have Leon again and talk something.
Piracy is the way to go. Oh, Jesus.
He's talking about watching stars and all that. Yeah.
Well, if I lived in Carolinas, I could just watch it because I got ESPN Plus or whatever.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It will be on TNT. The Stars?
Sweet. Oh, they got the late game. Cool. I'm in on that.
They still show hockey on TNT?
There it is.
Yep. Vegas and Dallas Stars. There we go. All right.
Ooh, 8:30. We'll be out back chilling, smoking, drinking.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I want to talk.
Zycam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zycam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zycam in your local cold and flu aisle.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney. Line up early this Friday in store for giveaways all day. At 5 a.m., you could get a coupon up to $500 off. Keep shopping for a chance to win free diamonds at 1 p.m. and stay for one last giveaway at 5 p.m. One lucky winner gets their cart covered up to $500. Go to jcp.com to plan your best Black Friday ever. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Giveaways in-store only 11/24 while supplies last. One coupon per customer per event. Exclusions apply. Must be 18 or older. See store or jcp.com for details.
I want to talk 2 movies with you.
Oh, God. All right.
So one movie we were supposed to talk last week. The UFO whistleblower was on Joe Rogan this week. We could talk about it in a month or so.
Okay.
More in.
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger 3.
Oh, did you finally watch it?
We didn't talk about it last week.
Oh, God. Hey,
oh,
Cletus.
God. What's up, Cletus?
Hi, Cletus.
This guy.
Hi.
Just shows up and says, oh, God.
Hi, Cletus. Can we not get beer that tastes good? I'm not enjoying these beers. I'm choking them down.
The clown shoes?
Yeah, I just want a goddamn
Chuff
easy
me
drinking
dog
beer.
Said my fellas.
What's up, Chuffy?
What's up?
How you doing? Caught me mid rant there. Just want an easy drinking beer. I just want a beer I can drink.
Okay,
I feel like I'm forcing this down my throat.
You grabbed a porter at 8% and you want an easy drinking beer?
It's a porter. They're easy. Easy. Nice and chocolatey sometimes. Ooh.
Pecan.
Is it pecan or pecan?
Which whistleblower, Lee, did you watch the Rogan episode with David Farver? Cletus said that's what she said.
I just don't, with these clown shoes beers, there's some that are hits, there's some that are misses, and if you talk negative about it, Jesus, you might get
So are you saying
swatted.
this is a miss?
I don't like it. It's just
You don't like it?
No, I'm about to have a damn Miller
I don't
Lite
mind
and just
it.
chill out.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind anything except for whatever. I mean,
I mind
sour.
lots of
You don't like the
things.
sour.
Like this video where this dude's shaving his pubes. I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, we're answering fantasy questions
Respect
too.
your public region. Well, are y'all? Yeah, sure. What do you got?
We always do. That's how we started. We started as a fantasy football podcast. Just force it down your throat. You force it down your throat. How's your? Oh, never mind.
I feel like he was going to ask how Buffy's doing.
Is that his wife's name?
Yeah.
She's a nice
Sorry.
lady.
She is a nice lady. That's why I know her name.
Yeah. I feel like I should have, but when you said it, though, I go, that's it. That's her name. Yeah. She is a nice lady. She's got to deal with Hinton, though, all the time.
Which, mad respect.
That's got to be exhausting.
So exhausting. Right?
God almighty.
That's a guy who just wakes up every day and just chooses, the difficult way to do things. Right?
Dude, I get it, man. You want to do shit your own way, but God.
Come on.
Jesus Christ. Read the first one first.
All right. Lisa, Nonsense, a Deep Thoughts podcast. Dave Grush is a whistleblower that went before Congress a couple months ago. Just went on Rogan today. He has a whistleblower case open with the government.
Yeah. If you don't think they're going to not retaliate, you fucking...
Tua has done okay for me this season, but I got Kyler, and I'm leaning towards Kyler going forward. Y'all think I should be Kyler full stream ahead, or just depends on the matchup? Tua. If you play if you got Kyler and Tua, and you play Kyler ahead of Tua, it's got to be his bye week, right? That's the only time I would play Tua over Kyler.
You ready? I'm going to give you the Dolphins play schedule right now. You ready?
Okay, real quick. Cletus pisses excellence.
Ugh, whatever.
Nonsense. Hell yeah, Lee. I will have to check it out. I love the UFO and alien stuff. Anything paranormal. That's when we bring Lee on, that's all we talk about. And Cletus said Kyler sucks.
I will say this.
Hashtag truth.
If you want a fun guest that's got a lot of information or whatever, I highly recommend asking Lee Knox to be on your podcast. He's great.
We've had him on. We've done Loch Ness Monster. We've done Nessie.
Aliens.
We've done Aliens a couple times with the whole whistleblower situation. Yeah. I pay Tua over Kyler if Tua was 12 inches tall.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Here you go. You want to hear the schedule?
Yeah.
So here, I'm going to give you some games that are coming up. Friday, you got Dolphins at the Jets. You got Dolphins at Commanders. You got Titans at Dolphins, Jets at Dolphins, Cowboys at Dolphins, Dolphins at the Ravens, and Bills at Dolphins.
Okay, so I'm taking the Dolphin. I'm playing Tua in all those matchups over whoever Kyler's playing.
All right, well, I'm going to give you that as well.
That doesn't matter.
So Kyler's they're hosting the Rams, on the road against the Steelers, hosting 49ers, on the road against the Bears, on the road against the Eagles, and hosting Seattle. I don't know. I think Tua does really well against bad teams.
Here's the thing. I think Tua does good no matter what.
You think
fantasy-wise. We're talking fantasy-wise, right?
That what we're doing?
And yes. And Mike McDaniel had to answer a question the other day. He's in a press conference, and someone asked, like, hey, when you had a game like today, how do you feel about your offense? You didn't do so great. And he looks at it, and he goes, how many yards of offense did we have today? And someone's like, over 400 yards. He goes, so we had over 400 yards of offense, and you're asking me about my offense. I think that's awesome that we've raised expectations. That we're having over 400 yards of offense, and you're telling me we had a bad offensive day. The big play potential and the potential for Tua, remember, Kyler's only 16 inches tall. That is true.
Let's say this. He only had 193 yards. I'm talking about Tua against the Chiefs, right?
Okay.
Now, he bounced back, and, of course, he crushed a terrible team. He had 325 in the air against Vegas. But the Jets are no slouch. They will have the ball a lot against the Jets because they're going to go 3 and out. But
the Jets just got torched against who they just play?
The Jets? I don't know. Oh, the Bills. The Bills.
The Bills just torched them.
Yeah.
And the Bills have been playing bad all year.
Mm-hmm. You all right?
Yeah.
You want to take a lap?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Tua's floor is not doing it for me. Tua, turn the ball over, is doing me dirty. I mean, Tua's done me great in all the leagues that I have him.
He didn't turn it over last week. Okay, like against Vegas, yeah, he didn't do it that terrible. He wasn't that awful. It was that Kansas City game that's in your head. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what the issue is.
Whiskey said, "Hey guys, happy Drinksgiving. Cheers, and remember, pigs can't look up.
They can't lift their head. Are you talking
Jets
about
have
dogs?
the worst offense in the NFL.
I think he's talking about the dogs. It's not pigs. It's dogs.
No, the Jets are just awful. It's so bad, like they're turning it over to Tim Boyle. But not only are they turning over Tim Boyle, but now Zach Wilson is now the third string. And I don't even know who the second string is. Yeah. Like, honestly, like...
Yeah. It's Aaron Rodgers. For me, I don't think I can go... Like, if I have the choice between Kyler and Tua, I have to always put Tua out there.
Always.
Yeah, and he's had a great year. He's stayed healthy, and I've got to put it towards Tua. Tua is my guy.
100%.
In my league. I don't know what.
Oh, Trevor Siemian is QB number 2.
There you go.
Which, yeah.
He moves from team to team like crazy.
mean, but Trevor Siemian's worst year is better than Zach Wilson's best year.
Oh God, Zach Wilson just keeps getting worse. Like he's like,
how about that Burrow injury? Ruined my year. He kind of screwed things for me in the Strikeout Beer League, but I'm not quitting because I'm not a quitter.
I mean,
Cletus.
He didn't do it to himself. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are we talking about here?
It happens.
Yeah, it's called football.
We've had, I think the number is somewhere between 10 to 12 rookie quarterbacks starting this year in the NFL, which is absurd. It's extremely high.
Yeah.
They haven't had this many rookie quarterbacks start since year 1 of the league. was the last time they had this.
Well,
many.
that's why Brady.
I think I beat you this week. I mean, maybe I don't know, man.
I think that's why Brady made the comment. Is like, there's so much mediocrity. And like,
you told us 2 weeks ago you quit.
The league is crazy, especially right now. It's with all the injuries and things like that. It's this year it's almost reminiscent of the 2020, the COVID year, and we're like people had to sit out because of this and that and COVID, this and that, and I'm like, holy shit. And listen, if you have the red zone, that's how you should take in football.
Although it's not as great as it's been in years past because...
Yeah, you don't get Andrew Siciliano. I write him every week and tell him I miss him and that I love him and that I hope to see him again. And
it sucks to lose to the cat who quit. I mean, had Joe Burrow get hurt after he scored a low number of points early. It just happens. Yeah. Another question is about the Houston run game. I'm praying for Damian to be out again. But what's it going to take to just let Singletary have it all?
He'll never have it all unless he's out. Unless Dameon Pierce is out, he will not have it all.
And then even then, I don't know if you really want it. When Devin Singletary is not that. He's not that good.
What? No, he's reinvigorated. He's back. Charged up and having fun.
Okay.
Have you watched? You haven't watched any of the fucking game, so it doesn't matter. Your opinion is going to be based on something you saw like 3 years ago.
I'm just.
If you watch the red zone, you fucking seen him because he's in the goddamn red zone.
Tell me all these great numbers he's put up this year.
Have you watched him? No, the last 2 games when Dameon Pierce has been out.
I'm just.
Do you not know? You don't know then, right? Yeah, he's racking up points like crazy.
Okay, but Houston also throws the ball a shit ton. So,
I mean, they're almost a complete offense, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think Homeboy's going to win Rookie of the Year. He keeps tossing it around.
Red zone is just not as good. It's not. Without Andrew Siciliano. Yeah, no. He's racking me up points in my flex. I mean, hey, if you're throwing him in your flex, okay.
Shit, I'll start him as my RB too.
Okay.
I mean, he's the last couple. So you have no idea then, right? You have no idea what this guy's been doing? Yeah, you have no idea. I know that look. Yeah, no, he ain't watching no football. He's watching the Lions, and that's it. He's not catching up on anything else. But yeah, no. Singletary's been killing it. And as long as Pierce is out, he is an auto start for me on a high-powered offense. Yeah, no. But, I'm hoping that Pierce I have Pierce in my IR, and then I have Singletary in the game. Once roles reverse, I won't, Pierce comes back, and you can't trust him at that point, even though Singletary's looking good. You know what I mean? He's always had to compete with like 3 other running backs wherever he's been, right? He was up in Buffalo, right? There was like 2 or 3 other running backs there, 2 other running backs there. And he was getting a lot of he's really dangerous in PPR. It's so much fun to watch. Yeah. I hear you. I'm giving him a year pass and try to enjoy the Lions. I mean, yeah, no, you can enjoy him as long as you can. Yeah. I mean, have fun with it, right?
I mean, I'm seeing like 12 and 10 points the last 2 weeks in PPR.
What? You're not looking up the right Singletary?
Yeah.
You're not looking up the right thing. He scored 30 the week before. Yeah, he scored like 30 points.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
That's okay. You're doing great.
Okay. I'm sorry. 19 and 23 in PPR league.
Must be in the Strikeout Beer, the Super League or whatever we're in, because he scored like 30 points the week before.
Gangster League.
Oh, okay. No one wants me to enjoy a Cowboys win. Enjoy it, man. Have fun. Listen, every time y'all beat a special needs team, enjoy yourself because you're not going to beat a good team, so you might as well enjoy the bad team beats. Yeah. Who cares? Don't let anybody tell you how to celebrate.
You're real great at beating shitty teams.
I don't tell Alan whenever they beat the Bears to calm down. I tell him to celebrate. Have fun.
No, you tried to. You're like, oh, the Lions are fucking awful because they barely beat the Bears. You know what?
Yeah.
We played one of the worst games we played in a few years, and we still fucking won.
Yeah, but it's against one of the worst teams. You're like, we played the worst game.
But we still won.
But against a terrible team. You say the Bears are awful, right?
Yeah.
You barely beat an awful team.
We played bad.
Dude, you're terrible.
We nutted up the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
We were down by 12 with 4 minutes left, and we said, you know what? We're not losing this shit show of a team, and we won.
Yeah, Vegas seen enough, too. They were like, you know what? We're going to lower you down. You're not even like, I don't even know if you're the 5th best option in the NFC.
So, like, there's articles out there. Like, there's a bunch of people out there right now who are like, you guys need to investigate Jared Goff.
For what? He's
Point
terrible.
Shaving.
Oh, shit. Is he really doing it?
No. Seriously. So we threw 3 interceptions this last week.
Yeah.
One was on him. The other 2, one was a tip ball at the line. So the defensive lineman made a good play, got his hand up, tipped the ball.
Yeah.
Not his fault, not the receiver's fault. The other one, he was throwing to Sam Laporta, and Bears.
There's nothing to it, right?
There's a Bears cornerback. No. But there's a Bears cornerback that hit Laporta as he's going, knocked him off the route.
Okay.
Right? Okay. It was a timing play. You see
And
it
it's
happen,
just wide
right?
open.
Just
Wide open.
If that defensive back didn't hit Laporta, it's a touchdown.
Of course. I mean, the other guy definitely leaves and vacates where the ball's being thrown, and then it's a touchdown.
But and then the first, there was one that was on him. He had a bad throw on one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, oh, you need to investigate him for point. There's no point shaving. Like
you don't know. You don't know that fucking guy. You don't know him from anybody. You don't know of him from the goddamn cashier at Walmart. He might be point shaving.
Yeah, Cletus. Hey, they're in NFL. Any team can beat any team on a given week.
Well, I don't think that's accurate.
That is true.
No.
I mean, the NFL is rigged for gambling as best they could tell.
I would say that's accurate.
Chumpy said, I know everyone is slobbering on Laporta, but I'm liking Taysom Hill's Swiss Army knife play style. Should I look at the matchups or just ride with Laporta only? Here's the thing. You're either all in on Taysom Hill or you're out. Because there's no, you can't look at matchups. You can't look at anything. It just depends on what the Saints decide to do that week.
Yeah, there's some ups, but there are some downs.
There's a lot of the ups are really good, but the downs are the downs.
Yeah,
you're either all in or you're out.
What did Laporta do this past week? Was it 5
Hill.
points?
Huh?
5 points this past week?
Yeah, he didn't do so great.
He had an off week?
Yeah, he had an off week. But
so that's I'm the same way, right? Like where I have Hill and I've got a shit. I think Kincaid at one
it's
point.
It's boomer bust with Hill.
And it is. It's like,
and you can't go off of matchups or anything like that. It's just
you're just hoping that week is a crazy week.
It's either that week or not. Like last year, he was a top 5 tight end because his big weeks, he's boomer bust.
Does it sound like Coke?
I don't know, man. He's either gonna score you 20 points or he's gonna score you nothing.
Yeah,
boom bust is not a bad at that position.
It's not.
And it depends on how the rest of your lineup is.
Yeah,
right. But
yeah, no, I think Laporte had a bad week this week, and he's done pretty well this year. I think he's top 6 or 7. Is it 7th? I think he might be 7th in PPR leagues.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But yeah, no, with Hill, he scored like 20 points, 25 points, 30 points. I was like, all right,
they'll get you 0.
And then, you got like 4, I think, the following week. It's like, all right, well, they had the bye week. He's back this week. I think I traded away Kincaid, so I have Evan Ingram, and I've got Hill. And I think I'm going to slip Hill in one more time. I'm just waiting for the burn. The rest of my team is solid, so I don't really care about it. I don't think those 10 points will work, but, man, if he scores 30, holy shit.
And the thing with Hill is there's wheelchair guy with a neck brace who wrestles every week. I picked him up for peanuts in that. Definitely. What are you drinking, Rapid Dave? We're drinking Clown Chews Pecan Pie Porter is what we're having.
National beer. Everybody can get this, so check it out. It is. I wish not only it's warmed up a little bit, like this one's a little bit better.
It should be,
but it's a little extra carbonated. And I think I'm trying to go through it like we go through beer. Like we drink beer fast, and this is a sipper beer. This is a beer. This is a beer to almost to end the night. This is when we're sitting outside and we're listening to music.
Stogies.
Yeah.
Save Tonight's playing, and we got some nice little cigars, and we're having a great time. The fire's going great, but yeah.
During the show, I'm just trying to pound them.
Here's my thing with Taysom Hill, and here's what you're going to have with him. You 100% have a huge FOMO with Taysom Hill, fear of missing out.
Yeah, we know what FOMO is.
I'm just for those who don't know.
I appreciate it.
For those who don't know, if you don't play him, he's going to score 15 to 20 points.
Maybe 30.
And if you play him, he's going to score 5.
I had him on the ups.
Zycam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zycam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zycam in your local cold and flu aisle.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney, and we've got thousands of deals all week long. Spoil someone and save up to 75% on fine jewelry after an extra 40% off. Step into women's boots. All her faves are $19.99. Plus, stock up on Home Expressions bath towels, only $2.99 each. From holiday helpers to gift ideas, all the deals, all the fun, all in store. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Offers valid on select styles in store through 11/26. Exclusions apply. Black Friday deals excluded from coupons. See associate for details.
But that's because, again, you're playing them every week. You have to. If you get Taysom Hill, it's you play him every week, and you take the good with the bad, and you hope the rest of your team carries your team, with whatever your tight end does. But on the weeks where Taysom Hill hits, he's going to hit, and he's going to finish as a top 10 tight end. Where the weeks where he hits, he's the number one tight end. The weeks where he doesn't, he's the worst tight end in the league. It just depends on if are you along for the ride or not. That's it. You got to decide to yourself, I'm ride or die or not. That's all there is to Taysom Hill. Absolutely love the guy. I think the Saints definitely missed out on an opportunity with him. I think they should use him more. I think part of that has to do with just Dennis Allen's just not a great head coach. And I honestly think like Taysom Hill on like a better team would be huge. Worst, I mean, yeah, you ride or die. Yeah, no. I mean, he's either the best or the worst tight end in the league that week. Like, I don't know that there's really any middle ground.
You know, I think if I had him, and then he went back-to-back, the 20-point game, the 30-point game, I think I try to unload him at that point because I want someone that's going to get me 10 to 15 points. And like you said, you know, you have Laporta, and Laporta scored 5 last week, but there's a chance that he could get you a steady 10 to 15.
Laporta's putting up numbers as a rookie that are better than any other tight end in their rookie year.
Well, no one cares about rookie year. We're talking about this year.
But he's also putting up numbers that are...
Like, I don't give a shit if he's a 20-year man.
He's putting up great numbers for like any tight end in a period.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you can get like say another good piece, you know, get another flex, a decent like running back or receiver, somebody that might need something that's a fringe, you know, you're not going to get a wide receiver 1 or RB1. You're going to get like an RB2, possibly RB3, but with potential. And you're like, hey man, I've got Taysom Hill. He's just racking up points. I mean, he's scoring more points than Travis fucking Kelce.
You got to get him on the hummer.
And
hey. But let me look at the schedule going forward. Is Taylor Swift going to be there or not? Yeah. Because there's definitely a difference between games with Travis Kelce when Taylor Swift's there.
I said it 4 weeks ago.
I'm going to tell you right now, Taylor Swift ain't going to be there for a while because she's in Europe touring.
South America.
South America, yeah. I tried, but everyone's got a tight end, so I'm stuck with both.
Well, everybody has a tight end, but not everybody has a top 5 tight end, right? If you're streaming tight ends and things like that, that's when you're able to unload him. Yeah. And you get like, you know, like I made a trade with a buddy, you know, I feel like a friend, like friends almost got involved with that one. Like it was like I've known the guy for like forever. You know, Mark Andrews went out. I looked at him. I was like, "Hey, man, do you want to do a trade?" I was like, "You know, I was like, I really want Chase for next year. He's not worth much now, but you know, I gave him 2 wide receiver 4 and 5s and a tight end. I gave him Kincaid, and I know he just lost. You know, he's bottom of the barrel right now. He's not winning a lot of games and whatnot. I know this guy for like 30 years, 35 years. He just lost Mark Andrews. I'm like, but I want Chase for next year. It's a keeper league that we're in. Keep one guy. And I don't think like Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be my keeper. He just hasn't performed on a level that I think a keeper should be. He's my number 1 receiver, but I've actually got a couple good receivers. I drafted quite well. And I was like, you know what? Let me get Chase for next year. Burrow will be back. He'll be slinging it. Every time when he comes back from injury, it's fucking bananas, right? So I give up Tyler Lockett, Zay Flowers, and Dalton Kincaid. I gave him the old brother-in-law discount, right? So I got Jamar Chase and Pickens, but I just wanted Chase. That's all I wanted to do. So there's some trades to be made. There's people out there that need someone, and you can make some magic happen. There's, you know, if Taysom Hill puts up 20 or 30 points, you know, not everybody in the league, unless you're like in like a 6-team league, right? There's someone out there that needs like a high-performing on every week tight end. And if you have that and you could sell that to them, then I don't know, you could probably get a little something for the effort. You know what I mean?
We talk about this. When she's not there, Eagles get the calls. Calls in Arrowhead.
I mean, I don't think so. I thought I was sitting there watching it, and I saw some calls that weren't being called. You know, our buddy Old School, he hasn't made it in there. He'll be here in a minute. Do not worry. He will be here in a minute, but he doesn't feel like the Chiefs get calls. And I go, buddy, and he's a Chiefs fan. I go, buddy, you don't understand how many games you guys have won because of these. You know, if there was an investigation, there'd be an issue, right? And he blames it on me being a Bengals fan. I go, buddy, I was like, I bet on you guys every single week.
Did you not?
Because I get paid.
Did you not watch week 1, Chiefs versus Lions, where their offensive lineman was offsides,
false start,
a false start every single play.
He said he had great timing.
Right,
he could just see it happen.
His timing was so great. He moved before everybody else on the team, and all game long you're watching it, and I'm just sitting there watching the game. And I'm like, how the are they not? And then finally they called in the fourth quarter. Like after 3 quarters, they finally just said, "You know what, dude? We've given you enough. We're gonna call it on you now." Yeah. And then all the Chiefs fans were like, "Oh, they're picking on us now." I'm like, this guy's jumped false start 40 plays so far, and they called him on play 41. Like,
I feel like I'm the most unbiased guy when it comes to like officiating, referee, and stuff like that. When I see it, I see it. When I see crazy calls against me, against the Bengals or against any other team, like I'm sitting there watching, go, well, that could be this, it could be that. But sometimes, like, what the hell's going on? Like, because I always bring up like I do bring up point shaving all the time. I'm like, no, there is a serious problem, and it's like because I'm betting on the games. I'm like, you know, I have a vested interest. I'm not a fan of these teams. I'm betting on the game, and I'm like. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan at that point. I'm watching it, and I'm on both sides too. Because sometimes I'll bet on this team to do this, and the other team to do this, and I need that shit to work.
Me and you were watching the Lions and Chiefs games. You have no interest in either team, and you're telling me like, dude, how's this guy doing? How's this guy jumping early every play and they don't call it? And I'm like, well, it's the Detroit versus the world, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No one cares about
Cletus says Eagles false start 25% of the time. And never called.
Well, that's because Jason Kelsey's on the team, so don't worry about it. I go
runner-up for sexiest man of the year.
I go, hey Lizzie, you know who Jason Kelsey is? She goes, I go, that's him right there. It's Travis Kelsey's brother. She goes, oh yeah. I go, you couldn't name one other fucking center in the goddamn league. It's like, I go, that's it. That's
like,
it.
Well, the Giants have.
I remember who Jeff Saturday was.
Football guy.
But you know what I mean?
Jeff Saturday was.
He made a whole name for himself too, and he was an amazing center. But I'm telling you, a lot of these things.
But Travis or Jason Kelsey's he's a hell of a fucking center. He's one of the best centers to ever fucking play.
According to that's what they told me last night on the NFL,
I'm just telling you right
the
now.
NFL TV show.
The dude is really great. He's a really good player.
It really does show though. Like with that loss against the Lions and the loss 2 nights ago against the Eagles, it really shows that Mahomes just needs receivers, right, and not guys just swatting balls up in the air.
Dropped that game-winning touchdown, right?
That's what I'm saying. But Kadarius Toney slapped the ball up in the air 3 or 4 fucking times.
It just
and knocked it down, slapped it up.
And I've talked about it several times, and Old School's agreed with me. The Chiefs are off this year. They're not. There's a reason why I picked the Eagles to win in our pick'em. I picked the Eagles to win in our pick'em because I just thought there's the Chiefs' offense is just off, and they're not that good this year. That the Chiefs aren't making the Super Bowl.
They got rid of the Tyreek Hill, man, and no one can catch the ball out there, and that's the problem.
Well, and like a lot of people will say crap about this, but I'm telling you right now, like last year they had Juju Smith-Schuster, and not having him this year, it's big for them.
Anybody that can catch a ball. And it's not even him. It's anybody that can catch the fucking ball.
But he could catch the ball. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
He had over 1,000 yards receiving last year.
Anybody that can catch the ball needs to be on the team. Like then you start just fielding like fucking.
But you have all these people like
this slap dick right there in the skinny jeans. Hey asshole, can you catch the ball? Yeah. All right, let's suit up then. Let's go.
I mean, maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Be able to.
Like
the guy with the belt, I'm not taking in an NFL game, but the guy in the flannel, maybe. Whoa, hold on.
I love AEW.
What's going on? What does she got going on?
When she hits both of the ropes getting into the ring, I like that. I like that a lot.
This is the bottom and the up tops.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's got Doc Martens on. Is that a fucking... It looks like one of those ankle bracelets that you got where you can't leave your house.
She looks like she could beat the guy up in the final.
She's from Philly.
Is she Sal from South Philly?
Oh my God. Yeah, so like with all like after this week, you know, if you go and look at like the percentages and like power rankings, you look at like the favorites to win the NFC, favorites to win the AFC, everything's kind of jumbled up a little bit. It's quite
I mean, everyone
like,
is still Chiefs win the AFC, but I just don't think the Chiefs are going to do it.
They're not. No, they're not. Have you looked? They're not the favorite.
I just don't think they're going to do it.
Well, no shit. No one thinks that. You know what I mean? They're not the favorite anymore.
You got Pat Mahomes, and I think you're still the favorite.
No,
Like,
it doesn't.
No.
If he can't, he throws it. Nobody can fucking catch. What does it matter?
he makes people catch the ball.
Yeah. Just like he had Darius Toney slap the ball up in the fucking air like 5 times and then get picks, and then just like with MVS dropping it in the goal line. Yeah, no, that totally doesn't matter.
Devin Singletary and Tua for Jamar Gibbs and half PPR. Well, yeah, I would take that trade, and I'm a huge Jamar Gibbs fan, which I think Jamar is just going to start doing better and better every week ever since a couple weeks ago.
So then you're going to start Kyler Murray then, because you're giving up
Kyler
Tua
as a QB without Tua.
Yeah, no, I'm out.
Yeah,
No, absolutely not.
no. So you do that trade, and Tua's your starting quarterback.
Well, no, he's giving up Tua. He's giving up David Singletary, and he's giving up Tua for Jamar Gibbs.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. I want Singletary and Tua over just Jamar.
Yeah,
because I think Tua's
far superior to Kyler Murray. Yeah, no, you read that wrong.
Yeah. Okay, and I read that wrong. Yeah, 100%.
So here, let me give you the AFC. You know, you are right. I will say that AFC Championship winner: Kansas City's plus 200, Baltimore Ravens 325, Miami Dolphins 400, Jacksonville 850. I don't see them. Bills 1300. You can get in right now for $1,300.
I think that's good because I think they kind of had a little. Tried trading Gibbs to Allen in the league for a wide receiver. He passed it up. It wasn't just that. It was Gibbs for Jordan Addison. And,
who sucks.
Well, Jordan Addison's actually proven to be pretty good.
Yeah? Has he now? Okay.
Before Kirk Cousins got hurt, which is when this trade we talked about.
Oh, God, he hit her in the head. Get up, big buddy. Get up.
Oh.
What's that guy dressed like he fucking plays bass for Guar?
He might. Can't rule it out.
Look, I'm not taking any shit for some kid that pedals meth on the side. But it was also me
giving up draft picks and things like that.
Oh, draft picks and stuff.
Yeah, don't act like it was just like Gibbs for a wide receiver.
All right, so real quick, we're talking AFC championships right now.
Give me the Ravens to win the AFC right now.
I think so as well, but man, does that plus 1,300 do anything for you for the Bills? Like a wiggle down there or nothing?
I actually like the Bills.
And plus 1,300.
At plus 13, wow. Yeah.
I'm super jacked now.
Will Baker be back in Tampa Bay?
Who else are they going to go get?
Depends on where they finish.
Yeah,
what I think they actually finished middle of the road, and at middle of the road, you're not getting a really great draft pick at that point. Was extremely fair. You're no real Lions fan.
He tried to take advantage of your Lions. Dude, there's no way he smacks that bitch on the ground with a chair. Damn, she does got a big old ass.
Yeah, she does.
Dude, there's no way.
Do it.
Like the what is it called? Like
I feel like I'm Palpatine.
Do it. Look, he even made what's his name do it. Hey, Guar, do it. Because I feel like this guy would get canceled off of everything, and he smacks some chick.
Hey, Cletus, you want to make a trade? I will do straight up Jordan Addison for Jamar Gibbs. Well, without the draft picks.
So who gets Jamar Gibbs?
I get Jamar and he gets Jordan Addison.
Well, yeah, that's a fucking terrible trade.
It's not.
It is. Jordan Addison. Dude, what's his name? Justin Jefferson's coming back this week.
Allegedly.
Dude, that guy was...
He ain't come back
She is
yet.
lifeless. Just sitting there. Don't do it, bro.
There's a chair under her. He ain't going to do it.
Don't do it, man. You're going to have all those...
You won't do it. He said no.
You're going to have all those goddamn...
And her name is John Cena running in the street. Yeah. Who is this?
Oh, now she's moving. All right. He should paddle her on the ass on her way out.
Oh, he'll pat her on the ass.
God, he's so fucking old. Look, his dentures and shit are moving around. Jesus.
Who is that in the ring? I feel like he's like an old wrestler that we know.
He is an old wrestler. That motherfucker's
like
60 years
or something
old.
Like that.
Yeah, there you go. He could be the Edge. All right, so I gave you for the AFC. Let me tell you some NFC action here. We got the Niners obviously leading the way. I mean, there's no doubt, right? Plus 190. That's how close they are. They plus 190. Eagles plus 225. Cowboys plus 450. Lions at 450 now. Seattle at 2,000, and it starts trailing off from there. Like, I don't believe in the Vikings or the fucking Saints or Falcons.
No.
Nothing else is there.
Joshua Dobbs is a great story, but that's where you cap it at. He's a great story. Like, I feel like you had a lot of things like kind of come to light this last week with him on the Vikings and him making turnovers and things like that. Not
God, he did it. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not her.
Yeah, it's not her, but yeah. Oh, God.
He was like, I don't have a chance on him, so let me hit.
Oh,
That's
a dead body. He's like, hey, kid, you want to see a dead body? Like, but yeah.
I saw Kerry Von Erich at a gas station in Keller when I was a kid. That's an awesome story.
People remember shit. You know what I mean? People remember shit.
The Iron Claw.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that movie. I want to watch that movie.
The movie's coming out. I think with Purdy being back and like just so profound with that defense too.
But you also like stories like the last several weeks when he was struggling. He was also dealing with issues with a concussion.
Yeah. Oh, he got rocked.
So
like rock.
Well, first and foremost, why was he out there when he's dealing with a concussion?
Same fucking reason Tua got fucking Tua'd. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Those are two different things.
No, fucking, he got rocked. Get out there and win one for us, pal.
Right.
And
but you didn't see that with Tua, or not Tua, but Purdy out there the way that Tua was. Hola. And if you watch the Patreon video, you know what we're talking about. Who has more value, Jamar or Eckler?
Eckler. Yeah, upside and everything. Yeah. Eckler's not competing with another running back that's there. Like, Jamar competes with Dave Montgomery every week. And it's always a split. You don't know who. I think he scored. Did Jamar score 20 points the last 4 games? I think
Jamar scored.
Leagues? But so is.
Jamar had a good week the last several. He's done great the last several weeks.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to deal with a lot.
Zycam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zycam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zycam in your local cold and flu aisle.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney, and we've got thousands of deals all week long. Spoil someone and save up to 75% on fine jewelry after an extra 40% off. Step into women's boots. All her faves are $19.99. Plus, stock up on Home Expressions bath towels, only $2.99 each. From holiday helpers to gift ideas, all the deals, all the fun, all in store. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Offers valid on select styles in store through 11/26. Exclusions apply. Black Friday deals excluded from coupons. See associate for details.
A lot of JMR's. I think JMR and Montgomery are both going to have great weeks going forward.
Yeah. So if you have to pick, it's called Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler had a bad week this past week, but yeah, no, he's usually a stud. There's a reason that you get that guy in the top couple.
If you're talking about like a dynasty league, I'll take JMR over Eckler in a dynasty league.
Yeah, Eckler's towards the end.
Right.
He's towards the end.
If you're talking a year-to-year league,
it's called a redraft league.
Redraft. Eckler
had a couple drinks tonight, buddy.
Yeah, a couple. But yeah, and there's no chance you're getting Gibbs for me at this point. He's a keeper. Okay, that's fine. I like having Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison's done good for me so far.
It's whoever Allen has. That's who he likes. That's who he likes a lot. Where the hell's the other chick? Not these fucking
we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
So anyways, NFC, like I said, I think it really does come down to the Niners and the Eagles. The Cowboys are plus 450 and so were the Lions. And they weren't the same before. I think the Lions were plus 500 or plus 600.
We've done nothing but improve all year.
Well, no. I'm talking like within a day or so ago. And I don't know if it's because of Bovada or something like that, but yeah, I think when you're looking at it, but yeah, give me. I mean, really, I think the Eagles can make their way back, but I'd love to see the Niners in there. Just go with Purdy and just go crazy. Holy shit! Against, say, the Ravens. Give it to me.
So real quick, Nonsense said, having a few of those yingers and PB whiskey has been nice. I should have some of these before my show. You should, 100%.
Dude, when we did it a couple years ago, it was like we couldn't believe that it was so smooth and so tasty.
It was legit like a peanut butter cup, like honestly. Yeah. And like, so real quick.
Okay.
We need to knock this up because we're almost towards the end of the show.
Huh? Yeah.
We haven't done our beer miss exchange.
Yeah. I mean, usually on, Drinksgiving, we just go.
Yeah.
It's
but
not,
it's a little bit different than it's been.
Well, no, we only have so many beers.
Right.
You know
but we definitely we still have the last week of beer miss exchanges to go. And if you guys don't know what beer miss is our advent calendar for December. So in December, we drink a different beer every day. So you'll get a ton of content from us. Individual beer reviews.
Some would say too much. It'll be on Patreon too, but yeah, it'll be everywhere.
Posts, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so we're on week 4 of beer miss exchanges. There's 5 weeks in November. We've done 6 beers a week. This week we're doing our last of our exchanges, and then next week we will do our draft.
Okay.
So we're going to throw 48 beers out here, and we're each going to select 24 beers to drink through the month of December.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
Let's pull the beers out. Let's have them. Let's exchange them.
All right.
I'm great. You keep asking me, but I'm great.
I mean, because you make a bunch of gargling noises every 35 seconds, we've been
chugging beers and stuff like that. It happens, man. I'll let you go first.
Well, I got some beers that, so I should have, took inventory of what we had.
What does the shirt say?
It's got a beer mug where it says supposed to be done.
Drinksgiving.
Yeah.
And if you would like one of these, hit up Happy Wildflowers.
We do different designs and stuff like that, too. So, like I said, I wish I would have done inventory, but then I thought to myself as I'm sitting there, Liz is like, well, get extra because maybe you want an extra one. Maybe we want 2 of one, and you get to have this one, and he can have this one type thing.
So there might be some that we have 2 of.
Exactly.
And that was like me going through it. I was like, have I already grabbed this? I was like, I don't know, but if we have 2, that's fine.
Thought the same thing.
And so, we will do before we do the draft next week, we will look at all the beers. And if there's a beer that we have 2 of, we'll just separate that out before we do the draft.
I mean, you're the boss.
I mean, I would have said, well, how else would we do it?
Just do the draft. All right, go first. I got Breckenridge Brewery Vanilla Porter.
It's a good one.
Yep. This one is of course, we're having a porter tonight, 5.4% alcohol by volume. There you go.
I'll grab my bottle that I have from Brooklyn Brewery, Black Chocolate Stout.
Ooh. That almost made the show tonight. That 6er was like, it was really close. It was really close.
Well, it's a good one.
I got Shiner Black Lager.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What do we got here? 4.9% alcohol by volume.
I got a couple from this brewery.
Einstock,
Ulger Winter Ale. I love Einstock.
They make really good beer.
Out there in Iceland.
I think I like it because it's slightly different. That's not a 12-ounce beer can. It's 11.2 ounces.
Is it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like phenomenal. I love that it's a smaller.
It's 12 ounces.
Oh,
I'm literally.
That's not a real one. Then throw it away. Throw it away.
Fluid ounces.
Throw it away, man. Because their beer
Tell me more.
Their beer cans are a little bit smaller.
I always think of Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
And Iceland and Greenland.
Yeah.
Iceland is very nice, but Greenland is yeah.
All right, Real Ale Brewing Brew House Brown Ale, 5.4% alcohol.
Next up, I have. Hold on, move this out of the way. From Bitter Sisters, Winter Bush.
They're still around.
Imperial
Good
Stout.
Winter Bush.
9.26%.
People stop shaving around the winter time. Is that why that is? Like
you gotta stay warm. You gotta stay warm.
Shiner Holiday Cheer.
Nice.
Yep.
How about from Einstock, Doppelbock? And I love how he's got the Rudolph nose.
12% on that one. Look at the
12 ounces.
12. How many ounces?
12 fluid ounces.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
See, I got it when it was 11.2.
So tell us more lies. I would love to hear more lies.
Ye Old Christmas Ale from St. Arnold.
St. Arnold, that's a good one.
Make sure I got these Christmas beers in there.
I have from Rar & Sons Brewing Company, Winter Warmer.
Nice.
English style dark ale, 12 fluid ounces,
Well, of course.
8% alcohol by volume.
Yeah. When I started reviewing Einstock beers, that was one of the things I realized. I was like, holy shit.
Einstock.
I was like, holy shit. I was like,
I see your last beer. I like
it's
that.
less than, whatever.
And 9 cents said, "Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies." That's what Rapid Dave does.
I can hear it in my head. Like,
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Last but not least, Hoppenstein, the
is the Nickelbacker breweries.
The Nickelbacker breweries here in the DFW Metroplex, per the Ducks from Fuckland.
Just Ray.
Ray from Fuckland. Christmas Cookie Ale. There you go.
Dude,
right
I've
there.
almost bought that one a couple times.
What do we got here? Has it got anything with it?
And last but not least,
5.0.
I have from Firestone Brewing, Cinnamon Dulce Nitro Stout.
There you go. I damn near got a Nitro Stout. When I was at the store yesterday. I was like, okay, there you go. There's 2023.
So that's the last of the beers for Beer Miss. Next week we will do a draft. We'll have 48 beers out here. Me and Rapid Dave will pick our beers. And
probably won't do it on the main show. We'll do it afterwards or something. Maybe do a second show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of long process.
That's fine. What are you looking at?
Quite a bunch of beers over there.
Yeah, 48.
Jesus.
In total.
I think next year, I seriously sat there and I was looking at Shiner's beers, because they have their little 24 pack.
12 days or 12. I think it's 12. It's 24 beers, but 12 of each.
Yeah. And then you can buy a 24 pack of that, and it has 2 of each. I'm like, this would be so much easier just to knock out 12. Right. And then you pack in the extras. I was like,
And I've also looked Stone Brewing has their 12 days of IPAs.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for, because last year I picked up from, is it Real Ale, I think.
Oh, yeah.
The Krampus. They had the 12 days of Krampus. And I picked that up, and I did the 12 days of Krampus, and I absolutely loved it. I did that on top of Beer Miss. I did not see that 12-pack this year, which I'm a little bit upset about. But, I've seen, I can go and pick up the 12 days of IPAs, and I think I might do that on top of the Beer Miss beers. But, yeah, there's a few 12 days of this and 12 days of that, along with the Shiner one, the Stone, and a couple other breweries that I've seen. So
yeah, it's always fun. Love this time of the year, and then of course I like this year that the last week of November we get that buffer. So now we'll do the draft next week.
I think over the last several years we've had 5 weeks in November.
Yeah,
and so we've been able to do
a little buffer, a little extra,
a little bit of a buffer.
Before we get into
I said, we do the draft next week, and then a couple days after that we launch in the Beer Miss, and that's when you just get a ton of content from us guys. And it's not you'll get some stuff that's just YouTube exclusive, Facebook exclusive. We'll do some stuff on the shows on Wednesdays with our Beer Miss beers. You'll get some Patreon exclusive stuff. You'll get some stuff where you just get, maybe you just follow us on Instagram. You'll just get a picture of the beer. But there's going to be a lot of content for us for this next month. Looking forward to it. And I think for our Christmas show this year, we might end up doing, I have the little mini keg for the You'll Shoot Your Eye Out.
Yeah.
And I think we might do that for the Christmas show.
It's so old.
It's old. It is. It's 3 years old.
Total Wine has the mini keg as well. It's fresh. It's not old. But it's like,
I have an old one.
Why are we drinking that much beer from an old keg?
Well, I bought us both one. I think it was 3 years ago. Yeah. And we were both going to drink them on Christmas Eve. But on Christmas Eve that year, I had COVID, so I wasn't drinking. So because I had COVID, so I still have mine.
So you had a light cough.
I had a little bit of a cough. Yeah. It wasn't bad, but yeah. What we got here? Nonsense and Deep Thoughts. Keep rocking it, guys. Just I'm sipping on Newcastle beers tonight. Love some Newcastle.
I haven't had Newcastle in a while.
Where you got the little thing in it where you got to turn it upside down to turn it over. A little nitro action.
I haven't had Newcastle beer in a long time. I'm looking forward to going through these beers and picking out which ones I want. I do enjoy the draft because, I think it was with me, you, and Francis, and I just
that's the first time we did the draft.
I picked all the beers that I brought. I was like, I want this one. I bought the damn thing. I want it, and whatnot. I think there's a beer or two in there that's got a higher dollar number on it, and it's like I want that because it's like shit. I know I
picked up all mine today, and I thought they were all around the same price, but then there was one that rung up at like almost $5. I was like, really?
Yep.
And it's a regular 12-ounce can,
buddy.
And I'm like, that was $5.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's some beers out there that are
known
crazy.
That, and I don't think it was on the shelf, but at that point in time, I'm not.
You didn't ask for the manager?
No, I don't ever ask for the manager. You don't ask for a manager when I'm working a job on my side gigs where I have to ask for a manager.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because it's just part of what I have to do. It's in my job description.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it just to kind of get through these beers. Any big plans for Thanksgiving?
We're going over to sister-in-law's house.
The who?
No.
I really like it when you talk about Doug 2.0 and 1.0.
Yeah,
How they doing?
yeah,
They doing all right? Doug 2.0 fine?
I don't
Or is it 1.0? 1.0
1.0 is my boy.
Oh, there's not a bigger fan of you than Doug 1.0. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
I'm kind of a great guy.
I mean, he was.
It's depressing. It's depressing that you don't understand it.
No, he's a nice guy, but no one likes you that much. Like,
I mean, you
were,
should like me.
You were
but that's
intolerable at most points.
But no,
like me and Craig were sitting there talking, doing our normal talking shit, and boy, he was like, "No, what?" He's like adjusted his fucking collar and shit. Like, dude, we're having fun here. No, he's like, you go, no, he's a great guy. I'm
you're
like, no,
talking to the nom that I've been friends with since my freshman year in high school.
Yeah, he didn't even like you as much.
Who
as,
doesn't like me? But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
But regardless, Liz's sister and her mom, they live together. We're going over there to do Thanksgiving this year, and we're doing. She's going to deep fry the turkey.
I like deep fried turkey.
She picked up everything to deep fry. She's like, I want to deep fry it this year. We're like, okay.
She thawed out.
I bought the turkey like over a week ago.
You thaw it out.
It's not my problem. It's been sitting in there. Liz has been dealing with it and figuring it all out. So hopefully it's all thawed out.
It's going to be somebody's problem when that thing blows through a fucking ceiling.
Hey, it's not at my house. That's all I know. It's not going to blow through a ceiling because it's going to be in the driveway in the front yard.
Jesus Christ!
So I have no idea.
I actually really do enjoy deep fried turkey, like
I
a
got
Cajun
turkey from Popeyes.
I asked
did a Cajun turkey from Dickey's last year.
Yeah,
we catered the whole thing last year. We did from Dickey's.
Yeah,
and we got the turkey, the mashed potatoes, I think the green beans. We even got a pie,
like an entire meal. Some people would say
the whole
shebang,
the whole meal of food.
Oh, okay.
And we did that last year, and it was all right. But all the Dickeys around us closed down this last year because Dickeys has had a hard year apparently.
Maybe out there, I guess.
But
I had a Cajun turkey. It was done from a dude that's his business, right? Like he deep fries turkeys and a certain number of them or whatever. We had one a couple years back. I really enjoyed it. And then when he brought up the Cajun turkey from Popeyes, I asked Lizzie, I was like, "Can we get one from Popeyes?" I just want one from Popeyes, whatever. She goes, "Nah, we got our own fucking turkey, whatever." So
is she doing the turkey and all that?
I got shot down this year.
I'm surprised because normally when I show up on Drinksgiving, she's working on food.
She's doing it now.
Okay, because normally it's like I come over and she's doing the turkey, she's doing the ham, she's working on desserts, she's working on sides, getting it all ready, right? Because Liz is at home tonight, getting all the sides and stuff together tonight,
yeah,
and getting it all ready to throw in the oven and stuff tomorrow. So she doesn't have to deal with all that.
Mm-hmm.
But normally I show up and that's what Lizzie's doing, and I show up today and she's just making shirts and sweatshirts.
Sweaters and shirts and all that bullshit.
She's making a sweatshirt, and she makes it, and they said, well, that's not good enough, so I want this. And I'm like, you're charging them extra for that, right?
Yeah. No, she's doing it now. She went and she goes, all right, it's time to go. She could hear it because the music was on and shit like that. So, yeah.
When I walked in, I heard this music playing. I was like, this is soothing. What's going on here? Normally I got some other music playing when I show up. And
I'll put on some of the holiday music.
It's in the, what would you call the room there? Living room?
Yeah, it's my living room.
And you've got the Christmas tree with the fire going,
yeah,
and the music playing, and that's what was playing when I showed up. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. I love turkey, mashed potatoes, get some corn going on, little green
Corn,
bean,
like corn on the cob.
No,
corn on the
just
cob guy? Just corn in a bowl.
I like the corn because I like to mix the corn with the mashed potatoes.
Oh, so you do a little mix,
mix
and match, whatever.
Yeah, like
Okay,
so, like
all right.
anytime we have like something with mashed potatoes.
Zycam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zycam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zycam in your local cold and flu aisle.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney, and we've got thousands of deals all week long. Spoil someone and save up to 75% on fine jewelry after an extra 40% off. Step into women's boots. All her faves are $19.99. Plus, stock up on Home Expressions bath towels, only $2.99 each. From holiday helpers to gift ideas, all the deals, all the fun, all in store. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Offers valid on select styles in store through 11/26. Exclusions apply. Black Friday deals excluded from coupons. See associate for details.
Potatoes, we get just normal corn, and you just dump the corn on the mashed potatoes and you mix it all up.
Wow. So I
right?
put like white gravy or whatever on my mashed potatoes. So
Or white. We'll have brown gravy tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But have that. I'll get a little green bean casserole going on. Just looking forward to it, man.
What's your favorite side on the?
I'm a big fan of the rolls on Thanksgiving.
That's funny.
I like the rolls.
Yeah.
And like you got that with your mashed potatoes and your dip. Dude, like
Do y'all do the dinner rolls or you go like Hawaiian rolls?
I get the I like the Hawaiian rolls. I love the Hawaiian rolls, but on Thanksgiving, I want the Walmart rolls.
Yeah.
I just want the Walmart rolls. I love the Hawaiian rolls. I like the sweetness of the Hawaiian rolls in that.
Yeah.
And like if
put a little ham and swish, and it's a road trip thing. You know what I mean?
But like
now we're talking Thanksgiving.
But then we're talking like the day after and that, right? We're talking leftovers.
Oh shit!
Like I have rolls for the next week for leftovers, and it's the ham, it's the turkey, and the rolls, and you got the rolls, and you're making little sliders with the turkey and the ham and stuff like that, and like so like we'll have a turkey that we're gonna deep fry. And then we're going to have a ham, and we do the...
I was going to ask if you had a ham.
We do. We're doing the brown sugar ham.
Okay.
This year.
All
right. We kind of alternate back and forth. Sometimes we'll do the honey glaze, and sometimes we'll do the brown sugar. Right. We're doing brown sugar this year.
Okay.
But yeah, so we got the brown sugar ham that we're going to have that we'll throw in the oven and cook that. We've got the deep fried turkey, which will be the first year we do the deep fried turkey. Oh, brown sugar, delicious. Yeah. Like I said, we probably go back and forth every year between the honey glaze and the brown sugar ham.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love them both.
So I asked you what's your favorite side. What's the favorite side? It's not, don't say rolls, but side. Like not mashed potatoes, but like, I know you love green bean casserole, mac and cheese, potato salad, anything like that.
We're actually not doing mac and cheese this year, I don't think. But like, give me the mashed potatoes with the corn in it.
Okay.
Like I like the mashed potatoes with the corn.
Or deviled eggs, maybe.
I'm not a deviled eggs guy.
You're not a deviled. Are you an egg guy?
I like eggs, but I'm not. Deviled eggs, I'm not that.
Too much flavor.
And we don't. We're actually not doing. I don't think we're doing devil. We do deviled eggs on Easter.
Okay.
We go above and beyond on the deviled eggs on Easter. Like
what the hell does that mean?
I mean,
you guys aren't extravagant on any situation. So what are you talking about?
We do because we do the dye. We dye the eggs, and all the eggs we dye, we turn into deviled eggs.
Okay.
So
the above and beyond part is based
on
number.
There's like 50 deviled eggs on Easter.
So it's the number of okay. Not
right.
Like extravagance. It's a quantity thing. Like
right.
Really,
and we're not doing any on Thanksgiving.
Okay. I gotcha. Jesus Christ, you sound fucking ridiculous over there.
You sound ridiculous.
No, I don't, because I'm not making a bunch of noises like your ass is. So that's your thing. Desserts. Let's talk desserts real quick. I mean, we're going to be here for a little bit longer. Anybody that's here right now, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. This is Strikeout Beer. This is Alan. I'm Rapid Dave. We're having a couple beers. We did Beer Mish right here. We exchanged, or no, we didn't exchange. But we have a
throw them out there for the draft next week.
Yeah, and then we have Clown Shoes Pecan Pie right there. That's what we have. Quarter. So, yeah, desserts. What you go to dessert?
We do a lot of pies on Thanksgiving.
I bet y'all do. You look like pie people.
And then we'll have pumpkin, pecan.
You like pumpkin pie?
I'm not a pumpkin pie guy, but I do love pecan.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down
huge
with
pecan pie. Apple pie. I definitely love apple pie.
Big
I don't
time.
think we got apple pie this year. I love apple pie with vanilla ice cream. It's 100%, right? You warm up you get the apple pie, you warm it up, you get it, it's already ready, but like at that point in time, you take your apple pie, you throw it in the microwave, warm it up a little bit, comes out of the microwave, and you slap a scoop of vanilla ice cream on it. That's where it's at, right? Yeah. But we didn't do any apple pie this year, but we're definitely doing. I got some pecan pie that we're gonna get, and then I think we're doing. We did because the big thing is that we have to deal with my oldest kid is we have to do a gluten-free dessert because she has the celiac disease. So I make sure we do something that is gluten-free. And I think over the last several years we've done like a French silk pie or cheesecake that we've gotten that's gluten-free that we made.
I think I love cheesecake.
This year we're doing gluten-free brownies. So we're doing some gluten-free brownies, and we're going to throw some milk chocolate frosting on top of those. So it's just different every year, and this year that's what we went with this year was the gluten-free brownies. A lot of years we've done the French silk pies, which I absolutely love, even with the gluten-free crust on it. I think they've been phenomenal. But we're not doing a gluten-free pie this year. We're doing the brownies this year.
I don't know if I asked the question correctly. I'm sorry, and this is on me. What's your favorite dessert for Thanksgiving?
It just depends on, again, it depends on what's involved.
I'm asking you, what's your favorite dessert to have on Thanksgiving?
I
know I got that roundabout answer about everybody else that's involved in your life, but I'm asking you, what's your favorite dessert? Like, if you could sit down and have one dessert for Thanksgiving, what's the dessert that you want?
I mean, what's going to be the first thing on your plate? Turkey.
You can ask my wife. She's going to serve me, so turkey. I have no idea. Yeah,
turkey.
No, I have a Puerto Rican wife, buddy. I get, just, hey, babe, what do you want? And then she goes and does it,
I don't ask.
Turkey or ham?
Liz makes my plate on Thanksgiving.
That's what I just said.
But it's typically turkey's the first thing that goes
turkey
on.
Or ham, I assume. Yeah, I don't make plates.
You start with the meat and you work your way down. You start with the main course and you work your way down.
I can't believe Liz makes you a fucking plate. That's amazing.
Oh, she always makes my
cheers
plate.
to you, pal. I mean, I had no idea you were even in that level. Like, when I meet someone else that's like, it's like, we always cheers one another.
Horton tuned in for some beer and Thanksgiving talk and got an earful of gluten-free talk instead.
I know. It fucking every week, I know. That's why I stopped for a second and I asked him, I was like, I don't give a shit what your kids want. I don't give a shit what that other kid wants. I don't give a shit what your girlfriend wants. I asked you what you wanted. And I'll ask you again, what dessert do you want? Like you're sitting down, you're like, after you sit there, maybe you unbutton the top notch, maybe you undo the top button.
Oh, I'm wearing athletic shorts. There's no button.
You kick back just a hair, and you're like, you know what? I wish I had this.
It depends on what's there. Like so, if we're doing the French silk,
it's not about what's there. Silk. It's not about what's there. I'm asking you what your favorite dessert is.
So I get my choice
because my favorite dessert won't be here tomorrow.
If I get a choice, I mean. I really like apple pie.
Yeah, big fan.
With some vanilla. Again, I want some Bluebell vanilla ice cream on top. Okay. If we're talking like ice cream, to me, like if I just have to pick one flavor of ice cream, give me Bluebell vanilla ice cream. I absolutely love vanilla ice cream. I know it's plain, basic, whatever, but there's nothing better.
When you were a spoon, like that wooden spoon you eating as a kid?
Dude, no, as a kid, I didn't get Bluebell. Because I lived up in Detroit. There's no Bluebell up there.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about your luck, chump.
So when I moved down here, you have Bluebell, and that's what it is. I absolutely love Bluebell, and like for me, like
I don't even like Bluebell, but I just we're almost gonna have to end the show early because not early, but like I
got a couple blondes on the screen. You're like, I don't know what to do.
I got stuff to do here.
You can't do that while I'm here. Spoiler alert.
But yeah, I'm glad So you're an apple pie.
I love apple pie.
Yeah,
I love pecan pie.
Okay.
I think pecan pie is delicious. And like tomorrow we're going to have pecan pie and pumpkin pie.
I didn't even start liking it until like I was an adult. Like now time. Like probably the last 5 years.
And again, I want to take the pecan pie and I want to put it in the microwave and warm it up.
Yeah.
And throw a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of it.
It's almost like a warm brownie, right? Like if you get a brownie, you warm it up and you drop that shit on
And
top.
that's the other thing. Yeah. So like we're doing the gluten-free brownies tomorrow. I'm going to take the gluten-free brownie that's being baked tonight. I'm going to throw it in the microwave. I'm going to warm it up. And I'm going to throw a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of it. Yeah. No, she's got it. Ruby Soho is coming up, too.
I love AEW.
We love Ruby
check
Soho.
Check it out.
But no, I love all that stuff. Again, I won't get any apple pie tomorrow. But I'm going to get some pecan pie, and I'm going to get some brownies.
All right.
And with both of those, I'm going to warm them up. I'm going to throw some vanilla. I'm going to get some Bluebell vanilla ice cream, throw it on top of it, and I'm going to enjoy life.
Okay.
It's going to be good. I'm going to like it.
There you
and
go.
Then, like we have some people in the family
you
that
answered for yourself because I didn't give a shit. Like I don't care about all these other goddamn people. I asked you what you wanted for dessert, not everybody else that you have fucking ever met in your life. Like I asked you what you wanted. You want to give me an answer for like 45 people, man. I'm asking you right now. That's what I'm asking. So yeah,
to me it depends on what's being presented and what I have, my options, right?
No.
And
I said, "What's your favorite?" And you were like, "Well, I just really enjoy like this little back in 19."
I love chocolate pie.
Yeah, chocolate pie.
French silk. French silk pie from Tippins was a shit back in the day. And like right now, I got this commercial in front of me right now with the crumble cookies.
Yeah, you like crumble?
Dude, I fucking love crumble cookies.
Yeah. They're not bad.
Dude, they are so good, and I will.
You're not gonna tell me about like a certain like you can't have like gluten, or you can't have like fiber, or you can't have sugar, or you can't have this and that. Sugar. I mean, you can just go around and around. You're gonna tell me how much you love. Why are you gonna you're gonna tell me how much you love crumble? Like, just flat out tell me. But then everything else, I got to hear like an anecdote or like a goddamn restriction that you got for anything else or anybody else you ever met in your life that's got a restriction for this, and this. But you understand how to tell me about that. Like how much you love crumble. I fucking love crumble too.
Dude, I'm out there. I got the side gig where I do the whole.
He gave us the most famous. He is the biggest vagina on this team. He is. He's the biggest.
Elisa, get on my face. Get on my face. You come in.
He's like, well,
you're not coming to Brutal tomorrow because Eric won't. He won't open up on Thursday. But I'll see you at Brutal on Friday, right?
Back in 1987, and she had, she was celiac disease.
I'm talking about my oldest daughter who has celiac disease.
All right, Jesus Christ, man.
Chick that I met
like
wherever, and my oldest daughter. Okay,
who cares?
Oh, okay.
You should tell the rest of the stories about the oldest kid, right? I should be rolling during the late night. Don't look at me like your eyes fucking. All of a sudden, you were like attention. All of a sudden,
can you tell the difference between pumpkin and sweet pie, sweet potato pie? Yes.
I've never had either one of them, so I can't. I can't.
I've had both, and I can.
Boner knows I can.
So I will say this to your face too, Lisa. Why you got to be like that?
He went to Elisa, not Boner.
No, because Elisa said I will say this to your face.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Lisa, at Friday at Brutal, let's talk.
I've never had I don't think I think I've had like one
I've had
fork full, like maybe a slight fork full of pumpkin pie, and I've never had sweet potato pie. I don't like either one. I just don't eat them. Yeah, it's not my thing.
I've had.
I've made a pie before for Thanksgiving, like myself.
What kind?
It was cherry pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cherry pie guy.
Big time.
But you know what? If I had a cherry pie, I could warm it up. Again, throw it in the microwave and throw some vanilla ice cream on it.
Baked it myself. I sat there and looked at it and I go, buddy, I mean, you're about to have some fun.
You want to... Billy Joe or Slap didn't show up today. So I have a I got a couple dad jokes, or maybe a little bit on the R-rated side.
I think we're at the time where you can fire those off.
Okay.
As long as you don't include gluten or your kids or something else that fucking annoys me.
What is the reverse exorcism?
Well, I know what it is, but I hope it involves those two.
Reverse exorcism. No, it does not involve Ruby Soho.
Are you sure?
I promise. Reverse exorcism.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever you got to say, just nail it.
It's when the demon tells the priest to get out of the child.
Oh, okay.
And this week's dad joke is brought to you by JB Carts. Check
We
them
finally
out on
made it to this
Facebook
part
and
where
Instagram,
I am.
and at jbcarts.com.
Locked and loaded.
I don't
They're a little
care.
bit later tonight.
Yeah.
The other one is, what is another term for releasing into a female? How's that?
Well, what's the initial term? Give me the initial term, and I'll give you an alternative term.
Okay, well,
Give me the initial term, and I'll give you an alternative term.
coming into a female.
I gotta go.
Where are you going? Hey, you're leaving before the joke. Can you? You got to come back for the joke to be told. So we'll wait for Rapid Dave to show back up before I can finish the joke. But what is another term for releasing into a female? If you know, just go and let us know. Yes, nonsense. That is the answer. It is loading the dishwasher. But we gotta wait for Rapid Dave to come back. But yeah, no, loading the dishwasher is the answer. Which I told that to the missus earlier today, and she just kind of looked at me disapproving. And I was okay with it. I want to tell that exact joke to my wife tonight. Dude, I told it to the missus yesterday. And I said, hey, I heard this funny joke. And she goes, what is it? And I said, what's another term for coming inside your wife? She goes, what? I go, and I said, loading the dishwasher. And she goes, eh. So nonsense already answered the question. So what's another term for coming in a girl?
Loading a dishwasher?
Yes. And nonsense said, I wanted to tell that exact joke to my wife tonight. I told the missus that yesterday, and
the other version of that, it wasn't that. It was I heard a guy that said that, getting his wife drunk was loading the dishwasher, whatever. So
okay.
It works.
It works both ways,
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are we done, or what do you want to do?
Zycam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zycam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zycam in your local cold and flu aisle.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney, and we've got thousands of deals all week long. Spoil someone and save up to 75% on fine jewelry after an extra 40% off. Step into women's boots. All her faves are $19.99. Plus, stock up on Home Expressions bath towels, only $2.99 each. From holiday helpers to gift ideas, all the deals, all the fun, all in store. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Offers valid on select styles in store through 11/26. Exclusions apply. Black Friday deals excluded from coupons. See associate for details.
Whatever you want to do, Chief.
I don't mind sitting there.
We haven't talked about Toxic Avenger #3.
I thought you already brought it up.
We brought it up, but we didn't talk about it.
Go ahead and talk about it. Let's get it over
So,
with.
Toxic Avenger #3.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen 1 or 2, just watch the beginning of #3. Because it breaks it all down for you.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
man, I feel like he's dressing his girlfriend there. You know what I mean? Like, no one's walking around like that all the time.
She's dressing herself.
You think so?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my God.
Same wavelengths.
It was so, like, I went ahead.
She got her sight back.
She got her sight back. I went ahead and started watching Nukem High.
Time for a cigar here, Jason. Oh,
yeah, we're going
to bust in here soon.
We're going. You know what? It was something I put on, and I was like, okay, it's already set up expectations, and I
enjoy them. They're bad movies.
Yeah.
But they're bad and they're fun, right? Mm-hmm. They're movies that you put on and you enjoy, and they're over the top.
They're terrible.
Crazy.
They're terrible movies.
They're awful movies.
Yeah.
But like his wife gets her sight back,
yeah.
right? And she wakes up and she sees this gorgeous doctor, and she's screaming, "Oh no!" And she's like, "That's not my husband." Blah blah blah. And he's like, "No, I'm over here." And she's like, "Oh no, this is what I'm about."
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Cranberry sauce, yes or no? If yes, jellied or bad kind?
I don't. No, we only have cranberry, the berries or whatever. And my wife puts them out as a. It's not even a garnish; it's a aesthetic thing.
We get the cranberry sauce and we get it jellied.
Yeah.
We get one can, and it's just tradition. So you get the can, you open up on both sides, you just dump it out on the plate, and it just lies there.
Yeah.
And like I think Liz's mom, she'll grab some, and like Liz will grab a little bit just because, and like everyone grabs a little bit just because. But I don't think anybody actually eats it. It's just more of a.
I mean, I like cranberries.
Tradition.
Like I'll sit there and smash like cranberry juice and vodka, like especially like.
Oh, okay. Or if we're talking about like, okay, well, that's
Yeah.
a different thing, right? Or if this is like, hey, we're just gonna play nothing nonstop but the cranberry zombie. Okay, I'm in. Jelly, just open the can and give me a spoon. Hey,
there you go. That's it. I think most of these things.
it's just a tradition type thing.
It turns
right?
into traditions and things
that's
like
the
that.
thing. So, do you have any like Thanksgiving traditions? As we get ready to end the show, do you have any Thanksgiving traditions? This is what you do every year on Thanksgiving.
No, other than we fire up either Home Alone or Christmas Vacation or something like that. Like at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I've been known to hang a couple lights or two on, Thanksgiving. We might decorate a tree or two, but
You already got trees decorated.
well, the living room one ain't done. So I think she's waiting for them to all come over. But yeah, no, I mean it's even growing up, and it's like going home to Kentucky and things like that. It's like, we go from house to house. We all have food. Everybody's laughing it up, and you didn't have to worry about like Black Friday sales or this and that, And then I remember
you don't have to do it anymore because like Walmart. Like I always went to Walmart on Thanksgiving to get some deals and things like that. And like it was already after like I watched the Lions play. We did Thanksgiving. We ate. We watched the Cowboys play. And then there was always that third game, and like during that third game, I would go to Walmart and you can get some deals and stuff like that, right? Which you don't do anymore because Walmart and all that's closed on Thanksgiving now.
I remember when I think my mom and Fred came down one year. This is back when I think the Lions played the late game, right? Megatron was still in the league.
No, we've always played the 11 o'clock game, always.
Okay, buddy, because I remember being at Best Buy probably 6 years ago. Lions are playing. I got Megatron, and I'm like sitting there watching I'm trying to watch it as we're at like Best Buy, and we're bullshitting around, like laughing it up. Fred wanted to come with us, and I'm like, I was like, hey, we'll go out and we'll dick around at like Best Buy and then Kohl's and whatever. And I'm like, and so that was the first time that we ever went out on Thanksgiving. We've never done it before.
I've done it for a while
On Thanksgiving. Like I said, it's like 6-7 years ago.
Lucky's in the house says, shotgun to beer, cheers, blackout Wednesday, I'll tell you. Dude.
Okay.
We'll definitely, we're going to do a chug here after the show. Have you guys ever listened to Rick and Bubba on YouTube in the morning? No.
No, but I'm in.
If you're talking about in the morning, we're talking about
Snowman
in the morning.
Yep.
Out there in the San Francisco area. We love some Snowman. He's joined us on the podcast before. Big 49ers fan.
Mm-hmm.
But on top of that, just a great fucking host. Like,
Yeah, buddy. They're out of Alabama.
Yeah, out of Alabama. Okay.
Nice.
Check him out.
But yeah, I mean, I remember being in like here and it was going on or whatever. And it's like, it's back during when I first got into fantasy football. I'm like, oh man, here we go. I gotta watch this guy. I'm watching my points. I'm watching this. I'm watching that.
I got into fantasy football in like 99.
Well, yeah, you talked to Boner and he was in it like 94. You know what I mean? It's like before he had to rely on someone else like keeping tracks and all
check
that kind
him
of
out.
stuff.
It's funny. We'll check him out.
And but there was times that like even when I went like back home to Kentucky, I remember talking to my Uncle Mike, and it was the last time I talked to him. Like
Your Uncle Magic Mike
is Chad's dad, and so it was like last time I talked to him before
he's
he passed
just writing
away.
checks.
Yeah. And so we're sitting
You
there.
get a check. You get a check. Everybody gets a check.
Him and my cousin were talking about going out to like Dick's to get some,
Sporting goods.
some rounds. And they're like, hey, Dick's got them, blah, blah, blah. I go, hey. I was sitting on the couch. I go, hey, enough for me to get up. He goes, well, no, they do it.
Lucky said Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl. Woohoo.
Ooh. I don't know about all that. They might not even win the NFC. But there's a chance.
They'll be second place in their division. At least. At best.
Well, at least or at best?
Both.
So who's the number one if they're at this number two?
Anybody but them.
Well, hold on.
Okay,
So they're at number two,
hold on.
and you're like, at best they're number two, and at least they're number two. So then,
so
the
they
Eagles
should win their division.
And
so the Eagles win it.
No, that's the NFC, buddy. You've already told me
I
that
said
the
their
Lions
division.
are going to
I
win
said
it.
their division.
Okay.
So they're number two in their division.
All
So
right.
they're behind the Eagles.
Okay. I got you. Now I'm picking up what you're laying down.
And at that point, they're number 4 in the conference.
Cowboys. Okay.
Number 4 in the conference.
Okay.
So you have your 3
But number one in your heart.
So you have never number 1 in my heart. You have your 3 division winners, and then the Cowboys.
Okay.
And then they play someone and lose to in the first round, because obviously they suck.
What if they win this year? Like, this is their year. They finally have it. Like, it's like, oh, my God. Here we
Okay,
go.
so they're really great at kicking the shit out of awful teams,
I know a couple of teams like that.
and they lose against winning teams.
I know a couple of teams like that.
Okay, you want to take some shots? Let's do this.
No, I'm asking a question. Like, keep going, man. You're doing great.
Yeah. So they're really great at beating good teams, but
You just said that. Keep going.
losing bad teams, but lose against good teams.
Keep going. You're doing
That's
great.
it. That's all I got to say.
That's it?
That's it.
So
they
Toxic
lose-
Avenger 3, what'd you think about it?
It's fun.
Are you going to watch Toxie? It's a weird name for the fourth one.
Toxic number 4, yes. We'll watch it and we'll talk about it next week.
I already watched it.
Okay,
But
we'll
it's
watch
like-
it next week.
It's like Toxie something. Toxie Citizen. That's what it is.
Yeah. Toxic Avenger number 3 is Toxie's Last Temptation. And he gets involved with it. Hey, come on, man. What? Cowboys suck. They're going to lose week 1 in the playoffs against whoever they play. That's all
I
there is
need
to
to
it.
see who they're playing before I tell you.
I don't care who they're playing. They're losing.
I need to see who they're going to play. Yeah, no. You got a Lions fan. Let me go ahead and say this. I'm going to preface it. He's a Lions fan.
Yep. And we're going to
And
win the whole
so-
fucking thing this year.
Yeah. So, anyways, you got to.
What? Let me ask you this question.
You got to.
What are you going to do when the Lions win it all this year?
What do I care? The Bengals not going to win.
All you talk about is how wrong I am and how awful I am.
Oh,
but-
yeah, no. I mean, it'd just be like,
But-
it's just keep strokes of
so
luck.
So
yeah.
we win it all.
There's no way. Like, if there's
Why?
a way, like, if there's a way that y'all win, 4 or 5 other teams have to absolutely implode.
Dave just misses you. He does. He
Yeah.
does.
No one thinks Detroit's going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Like, other than Detroit fans. And if they win, I really don't care, but there's not a way that it's even going to happen. You were telling me that if they win, they're the 5th likely person to win their conference, right?
I am happy. nonsense.
They're the fifth
Can't be every
likely
year.
person to win their conference. Not only
Are they
against
fifth in their conference?
Yes, against Dallas. I already talked about this earlier. And so as you look at like the NFC and the AFC is absolutely dominant to the NFC. It's just how it is. So now you're talking 10th. So 1 out of 10, I say buy your ticket. Did you get your ticket yet?
For what?
For them winning their damn Super Bowl.
To the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No, I'm
so
gonna
get that money in now because you're not going to get that good of money once they get into the playoffs.
Oh, to bet on them to win the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Oh, I bought my ticket a year ago.
Is that when I got it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I just asked if you got your ticket.
Yes,
you got to make sure you got your ticket.
I thought you were talking about like being there, and like I don't want to go. Like,
I'm bad luck. I ain't going.
I would love to be there when they win it, but
Yeah.
the money, I just don't have the money to be there,
Yeah.
right? And so,
I'm bad luck. I would never show up.
Okay, I'm gonna watch in the game, and like I know I'm invited out to Cletus's house, right?
Yeah,
for the Super Bowl.
You should be. Should be there.
And I'm not gonna go
Why?
because the Panthers Super Bowl are gonna win. So what? What year? Tell me what year we're talking about.
Oh, come on, buddy. Come on, Yasmin.
2030, 2035. I mean, you just tell me. But I'm.
Wait, hold on. You're not going to Cletus' house for what reason?
If the Lions are in the Super Bowl, I'm going to be at home.
Oh, so then you'll be there with us hanging out at Cletus' house. You guys aren't going to be in the Super Bowl. You guys are the dogs of the century. If you make it, I say stay home because that's exactly what I would do. Like, there's no way. The Panthers suck. Good luck. Yeah. I mean, there's no way. I don't want to be that guy, but yeah, no, the Panthers are winning. They can't. I don't even know if they've been
They're the worst
mathematically
team in the
eliminated.
league this year.
Yeah.
They're
Maybe
not
next year.
mathematically eliminated.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Probably not. But
You goddamn right about that.
if the Lions are in it, I want to be at home.
Yeah, stay home. Yeah, I would say stay home.
I want to be. But then also like there's also the other situation where like I've joined this group of
Nutsacks.
Lions fans in the DFW area. And if there's like a Super Bowl party going on,
Yeah.
maybe, but like probably not. Like I'm probably just gonna stay at home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay at home. I'll watch the game with
Stars game's on. Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna stay at home. I'll watch the game with my kids. And at that point in time, like the Lions are in the Super Bowl, the kids can stay up until the game's over, and when we win it, the kids don't have to go to school the next day.
Oh, there you go. So they'll be pulling for you. Wait, one of them's like 19 years old. What the fuck do they care? Like they'll be in college by that point.
No, she graduates this year, so she'll still be in school at that point.
Wait, you mean next year?
Well, February. She's a senior this year.
So she graduates next year.
Right.
So next year. Okay, I got you. What is it? What did he say? It was on TNT?
Yeah, it's on TNT.
All right, I'm gonna get it.
The youngest, she'll be 10 at that point in time.
Alan's whole world. If you're not familiar with the show, Alan's entire world revolves around
my kids.
The kids.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And so every event revolves around. Like he can't even talk about the Super Bowl without it being, well, my kid's enjoying the Super Bowl, and it's around the Super Bowl. And but it's I got it. Hey, there we go. It's 0-0-16. There we go. Let's get it. About to go outside and smoke some stoves.
Yeah, we are. Watch some Stars hockey.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for me, like the way the Super Bowl's going or whatever, I really enjoy sitting at the house and watching it. I haven't actually been home the last couple of years, but I plan on going to Henson's house this year because there's two reasons. But
if the Lions aren't involved, I'll probably go out.
Okay, so you'll be there.
If the Lions are in it,
so I'll see you then.
So I probably won't see you. But
there's no way they the fact that they even make it to the NFC Championship will be dude, how much money are you putting down on that? Like, give me a number. Like
whatever money I have
for them to even make it to the NFC Championship and to win the NFC Championship.
I've already put money on them to win the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, but that's like $10. No one cares. No, I'm asking like
20.
Are you gonna go even higher? Like you're gonna go fucking ape shit?
Like if they make it into the Super Bowl.
Oh, I mean, fuck. No one cares. They're not gonna make that.
Honestly, like at that point in time, I'm not betting on.
You're gonna stay away.
I'm staying away.
Superstitious thing.
I don't want to put anything on it.
I was trying to explain that shit to people when I was talking about the Rangers and I was talking about like anything else, like I am superstitious.
I'm staying
but I
away.
stay away from it.
I'm not putting any money on it. I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
But like, because it was the first time the Lions made the playoffs like several years ago, right?
Yeah.
And like
they're so fucking awful.
Well, this in the first round we drew the Saints. Jared Goff. So okay, well he's like the number one rated quarterback in Pro Football Focus for this season, but whatever. Yeah.
No, he's not. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, look up the numbers.
You look it up.
I've seen them, but
did you say Jared Goff's the number one quarterback in the league?
Jared Goff is way better than that fucking shit show of a quarterback in Carolina.
Hold on. Did you just say Jared Goff's the best quarterback in the league? And then, I mean, obviously he's better than Bryce Young.
In Pro Football Focus, with their ratings, he was one of the number one quarterback before this week.
He was the number one quarterback before this week.
You're right.
Before week 11 or before week 12?
The week that just happened.
So week 10, he was the number one quarterback in the league.
Lucky said true. Yeah.
No shit.
No, he was, yeah.
Well, obviously not after this week. He fucking turned the ball over like fucking 3 or 4 times.
He had 3 interceptions.
Wait, hold on.
2 of them weren't necessarily his fault.
My other question is this. It was a weekly thing or like a season-long thing?
For the season. Overall for the season. Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Dude.
Overall? For the season?
He's had a great year.
Panthers do suck. You know,
100%.
Lucky we know.
Yeah, that's just science.
Yeah, I know. I'm from...
Zycam knows that when you live life to the fullest, you never want to let a cold slow you down. With Zycam's cold shortening products, you can actually shorten colds when taken at the first sign. And with the winter chill in the air, you need the #1 cold shortening brand to help shorten a cold when taken at the first sign this season. Because you should never let a cold stop you from missing out on your favorite moments of the season. Find Zycam in your local cold and flu aisle.
The human soul has a minimum daily requirement of entertainment. But listening to a podcast like you're doing right now? Yeah, that doesn't count. Welcome to the world of MGM Rewards, where we have the greatest live shows on earth, the biggest names in sports, the best chefs on the planet, and the most unforgettable nights of your life. This is way beyond watching 20-second clips on your phone. This is all the entertainment you can handle and more. So join MGM Rewards now and visit MGMResorts.com to book your next Vegas getaway. Welcome to the show.
The numbers add up.
I've been from the Carolinas.
But hey, if you're a Panthers fan, I have a nice Panthers blanket that's unused that I'm selling on my eBay store.
You should just give it away at this point.
A Panthers like cup, like thermal cup, if you want them. So just let me know, and I have them. And if you're an actual Panthers fan, I'll give you a discount on it.
I remember when the Panthers happened or whatever, I was in Carolina,
Panthers happened.
I was like, man, this is like cool. My dad thought it was cool and shit like that. I was like, hey, fuck it, we're here having fun. It's the Panthers.
But no, I'm just
I'm seriously just looking up some shit right now. I'm looking up some shit.
Look it up. Jared Goff has had a really great fucking year.
Oh, I mean, you say that all the time, no matter who the quarterback is for your team.
No, I do not.
I'm asking a question.
I do not say that every year. It's just fucking science this year. Jared Goff has played outside his fucking mind. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league this year.
Why doesn't Yahoo know who this person is? He goes, we don't know who that person is. Okay. Never heard of her. She sounds hideous.
Are you looking up Bryce Young again?
Yeah. Oh my God. I should just do it on my phone. Like, dude, it's so much easier on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, why even have a laptop at this point? Because everything's just easier on the phone.
Yeah, I hear you. Is it happy ending free? If you're talking about the Panthers, yes. You will have no happy endings with the Panthers.
That's so tough.
And that's just science.
Yeah, he's ranked like 15th. I didn't get to see what their rank was.
What are you looking at?
I just Googled him real quick.
You're looking at Yahoo Fantasy Quarterback?
That's what you always say.
Okay,
you're a Yahoo guy, right?
Just the blanket. What? The blanket? The blanket. Oh, you get all the happy endings you want to on the blanket. It has nothing to do with the blanket. It's just a really soft blanket.
Yeah. No, you told me to go pull it up. I'm like, oh, I'll pull it up on Yahoo because you're a Yahoo guy.
I'm talking about an actual football aspect.
Oh,
So
well, the whole thing
fantasy-
about fantasy, like with Miles Sanders, right? He said he didn't care about our fantasy team. Like, well, fantasy actually reflects your overall performance on the field. So it is it's a reflective in points of your overall performance on the field, sir. But you're telling me that this is not indicative of what I'm trying to figure out. He had a great week against the Chargers. He didn't have a great week against the Vegas Raiders. He scored 15 points. Oh, my God. He scored 12 points against the Baltimore Ravens. All right, I'm done. I got to charge his phone. So you're telling – all right, so I shouldn't be looking it up based on stats. I should be looking up based on what? You fucking Detroit people, man. You guys are funny. Like, I think people who just, like, think they're – not just you in general because you're a nutcase, but people who are telling me consistently that their team is good, their quarterback is good.
Well, so here's my thing. So I have issues with you over this last week because you're like,
what happened last week?
Okay, you're like, oh, the Lions barely beat the Bears.
They did.
And
True.
You can't tell me a team that barely beat the Bears is a good team.
No, you told me they suck. Like you told me the Bears suck terribly.
No, 100%. The Bears
every
suck.
week you tell me the Bears suck.
The Bears suck.
Bears suck. Yes.
100%.
100%.
But we played. Dak is better than Jared? No.
I might be on board with that. with that. And I am on board with that.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a guy go to the Super Bowl once and score 3 points. And I think that guy is
how many times you see Dak go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, none.
0.
But I've seen the guy score 3 points
Jared
at the
Goff
show.
Go there
And not score a goddamn thing.
But
Thank God for his kicker.
Here's my thing.
Anything else?
You're like, oh.
No, I ask questions about a team that you like go to bed and yank it to. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's the thing. You play a bad team, and you play one of the worst games you played all season, and you still beat them. Good teams find a way to beat teams they're supposed to beat. And you might not always beat a team you're supposed to beat by like 20 points.
So
right?
then you're on board with the Cowboys romping the shit out of the Giants, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
100%.
They're going to Super Bowl.
No. They're not going to the Super Bowl.
Why not? Because they beat the shit out of that team. You guys barely scant past the Bears. It took the lineman kicking that fucking ball out of the back of the end zone. Like, he could have landed on it on like the 3-yard line, but instead he kicked that shit out of the back of the end zone.
If you're the Cowboys, Bears rule. Yes. Support that. If you're the Cowboys, you should beat the Giants. The Giants suck. They're not good. They're awful. The second time you played them, you played the third-string quarterback.
Yeah, so with the Bears, just like you said, the Bears are terrible. But you guys were down me like most of the game.
We were down by 12 with 4 minutes left to go.
Yeah,
and we came back and we pounded that pussy.
Yeah. It took.
And we won.
It took the craziest events, the craziest of calls.
It
took the lineman just going like this, like fucking punting the ball out of the back of the end zone. And you guys, you know what? Who was it? What that
back
fucking
in the end zone? That was when the Bears were on offense and Justin Fields had the ball.
What did it take?
And Hutch.
Is it Hutchinson? Hutchinson punted the ball. Like
one punting.
The lineman,
they didn't punt.
The lineman punted it out of the back of the end zone, and then Hutchinson picked it up and punted it out. It's like he was like.
Well, that was after the play was over.
The guy himself could have just fell on the ball. He's like, "Fucking, I'm done with my." Like that guy never looked more defeated in his life. He was like, "You know what? If I had a gun right now, I'd just end it." And so he kicks out of the back of the end zone.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's Drinksgiving.
Yeah, buddy.
But
yeah, man.
If you find a way to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. It might not always.
No one's more excited that you beat the Bears than me.
Than you. Okay. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Bottom line. We beat the Bears after having won the worst games we've ever had in the last 10 years.
Where's your boy from the Ducks, man? Get the Ducks on the line.
Ray.
Let's see the Ducks.
Ray didn't have shit to say.
No?
Ray was like, hey, Alan, post your video. You beat us. It is what it is. He's like, but at the same time, he's like, I don't care because I'm heading to. He was on his way. He was at an airport to fly to Paris.
He's high roading you. Oh, God.
I'm flying to Paris right now. Okay.
That guy's a legend. That's a legend.
Micah Parsons, he's really good at football.
Enjoy your life in like fucking North Richland Hills. I'm going to Paris. Oh, man. That's Hydro from hell.
You're going to Paris by yourself.
But yeah, dude, I mean, like, when you're watching these games and you're like listening to all this chirping, and then you kind of realize that the Lions suck because they can barely beat it's the goddamn Bears. Listen, folks. I've sat here and listened to Alan tell me how great the Lions are since last year, how bad the Bears are since last year, and then he's like, we were down 12 points with 4 minutes to go against the Bears. I'm like, it's the fucking Bears. What are you doing down? Don't worry about that, man. But we came back. I don't want to hear how good how good that team is. If you're listening to a soggy shit sandwich of a team. But you're telling me. But you're telling me that that y'all are better. I'm sorry, nay. The NFC, the champions of the NFC. But it took you to beat the Bears.
We still beat them.
But you're like, the Bears are the worst team ever. It's the same thing as Cowboys fans. I'll tell you this right now. Don't tell me how bad.
The Lions are faster and better than the Lions.
The Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
Not the
You know
Lions.
what? Last year when we played the Jaguars, we beat them by like 30.
That one time you beat the Jaguars. How about
Last
the time before
year.
that? No,
Last
how about
year.
the time before that? Give me the
we're
record
talking-
before that.
I
No,
don't
record
know.
before that.
It was
Not the one time that you actually prevailed, but
we
give
beat
me
them last year, and before that, it was a few years before we played them. So we're talking about like years in between.
give me overall
So
stats.
last year's version, we pounded that ass.
Yeah, I listen to this all the time.
Okay.
with the Cowboy fans out here, they talk shit the entire time of how terrible the Giants are, which the Giants are bad. Washington's bad, whatever. But hey, guess
but
what?
they always find a way to beat the fucking Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and then you have the Eagles, and you have the Cowboys, and so as you're sitting there talking shit, so much talking shit and like just degrading, and then when they actually get beat or they have trouble beating that person, then you have to sit there and think to yourself like, well, why did it take so much to beat a terrible team? Like, because you've seen good teams beat terrible teams, right? Like Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins take a terrible team to the shed and just kick the shit right out of them, right? But they can't beat a good team. Everybody knows that. Dolphins, really good against bad teams, not so great against good teams. And there's other teams like that. And it's like, I have this one recommendation to all fans out there. Chill the fuck out and shut that cunt mouth. Because I'm going to tell you right now, your team is not good. I don't care who if your team is really good, you're going to sit there and chill. Because you don't give a shit. You don't listen to any of the chirps, any of this bullshit or whatever. Listen, not everybody's been there before. I get it. Not everybody has been to the show. Not everybody's won the show. Bengals haven't won the show. They hadn't won the Super Bowl once.
A fun fact. Remember a couple of years ago when the Bengals were in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And what was it you were saying?
About what?
The Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, what about?
What was it you were saying about that? You said you guys were playing the Rams, right? It was the year the Rams won it, right?
Yeah.
The Rams are one of the worst teams in the NFL. They don't belong in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're going to beat them by like 30.
Yeah, 30. Put 30 up on the Rams. Fuck them.
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, we didn't win. Did you guys win the Super Bowl that year? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody care.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but regular season wins, you're going to be like.
Okay. But
You're going to talk shit every single win throughout your regular season. Not even get to the playoffs, but you're going to talk shit throughout the entire thing. Get to the fucking Super Bowl. Get to the fucking Super Bowl, dude.
Got there, and you're like, fuck this team. They're awful. We're going to pound their pussy.
Oh, yeah.
They're trash.
Yeah.
And then you got your asses pounded.
I'll get Brad on the phone.
Take that out on the team 3 years later.
Yo, I'll call
like
Brad
said,
right
what
now.
about Aaron Rodgers faking an injury on 9/11 and went down? The time was at 11:19. Backwards equals 9/11.
I gotta look. We're gonna have to look that shit up.
Whether or not that's true. Here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers went down. He got hurt.
True. I think it'd be phenomenal.
Okay, well, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. He's like, "Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back." Well, the Jets suck.
It's terrible.
They're awful. They're nowhere close to even making the playoffs. So Aaron Rodgers won't come back. And
they're no one close. I think they're close.
No. The Jets,
you always say that, but you have no idea what you're talking about.
You've
done it twice tonight. Where you
they're
have no
like
idea what you're
4-6 or whatever. 4-6 or 4. They're not good. They're going to lose the next couple weeks. Whoever they play. You got Tim Boyle as quarterback, right? You're not winning games with Tim Boyle. But Aaron Rodgers isn't coming back because they're not good. But here's the other reason why Aaron Rodgers isn't coming back. Because you don't come back from Achilles injury that early. And they're like, oh, well, Aaron Rodgers was throwing on the field. Okay, yeah. He's throwing on the field with no one running at him.
They're 4-6.
No one coming at him.
They're on the bubble. They're third in the AFC East right now.
You're 4-6.
Yeah.
Rodgers isn't coming back because they're nowhere close to being in the playoffs. So, but here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers was like, well, the only reason why I didn't come back was because of XYZ. And so he's going to come back next year, and he'll get hurt again. Because here's the thing. Before he even played this year, I told you, yes, he's coming back, but he's going to get hurt because at the end of the day, if you're retired, you're not in it. And he came back. He was injured. He wasn't in it, and he got hurt, and he was out. It's true. It's nuts. Hold on. It's nuts about... It's nuts. He's about to come back. If he tore his ACL, he would have been out the whole year. It's not ACL. It's Achilles. Let's get it straight. It's not an ACL. It's an Achilles. But no one's ever come back in the same year where they've torn their Achilles. And no one's ever going to come back after this year because Rodgers isn't coming back this year.
You got to have a bunch of ayahuasca. There's a chance, but I don't think it's going to be worth it to him.
There's not a chance.
What? So there's 0.0 chance?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because according to this, there's a chance. There's a chance.
Rodgers is out there. He's jumping on Pat McAfee on Pat McAfee's show every week. He's like, oh, no, I'll be back. 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 But
they're not like he'd be back.
They're not. He's not going to. And honestly, like I would honestly love for the Jets to be winning games, to be in the thick of it, to see if he comes back. Because I don't think, even if they were winning games, I don't think he would come back. Like, I just don't think it's happening. You know what I mean about? I mean a lot of beer drinking over here. I like beer.
Yeah, I like beer too.
Mazel, good things.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're almost done here. We're actually like 45 minutes overdue.
We are, but
oh yeah. No, we're good. I said we go. Let's get out of here.
Like it. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you guys. We're going back. We're going to smoke some cigars. Maybe do a little chug for the Patreon. I don't know. The beers that we had for it, we already drank them.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. But happy Drinksgiving.
Appreciate everybody.
We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And we're not scared to say it, but we love you. As always, I'm Alan.
Rapper Dave.
We'll talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thank you for listening to the Strikeout Beer Podcast.
It's important to properly dispose of unwanted medication or sharps. MedProject offers free and convenient disposal options near you. To learn more, call 844-MED-PROJECT or visit medproject.org.